amazing interview with really bad lighting. Half of it was in the dark, but Jameson came on before his lighting. Yes, the lighting is fixed, right? Jameson, amazing career, still not done. Has another year of eligibility, but already is the QB TD rushing leader, all-time Cornell University, man. Another round of applause for that. Unbelievable. Yes. The crazy part is that he's actually Italian with that name. No, he's not. I'm just joking.
I was like, wait.
No. What are you? What nationality?
Chinese and Japanese.
Chinese and Japanese. Yes. Very conflicting. A very another special guest who had a great weekend. Someone you might know, Sonny Santiago, all the way from North Carolina. My youngest son. Everyone, give him a hand. Sonny Flo's in the house. Sonny just qualified and became the senior team member of Puerto Rico at 74 kilos and is going to the PanAms Games, Olympic qualifiers, to see if he could be in Paris, which would be 2024. Everyone, awesome. Flo, good to have you home, Papa. Yeah, he has to go right back into the fire when he gets home. But guys, very, very happy, and this is what the holidays are about, being around family, friends. We got a good group here today. But we are the officially gambling show of record, are we not? Jameson, do you know our motto for this show?
Don't be a loser.
Bang! Yes, and when you go to Cornell and you are the all-time leading QB rushing team, you are not a loser, man. And this man is definitely not a loser. But when we talk about losers, we're saying, it's not about bets. It's about be responsible, gamble responsibly. Don't be a loser, man. Right? Rafa will tell you, we don't unit shame. Just bet your units. How small, how big, that's your thing.
Pause.
Giggity?
Motion that counts.
Yes. Guys who always say that. But anyways,
Guilty.
Episode 62.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor.
Episode 62. Wow. Don't clip that. Episode 62. We go over famous athletes that wore 62 this week.
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one. But, I mean, CJ's idol. And you said he is top, I forget, best center of all time, which is a joke.
It's not the best center of all time, Jason Kelce.
That is just the stupidest thing anyone's ever said.
This is not.
Why is that
Jason
stupid?
Kelce.
Why is that stupid?
100% he's the best center
He's
of
the
all
best
time.
center of all time.
Of all time. He's won one Super Bowl.
The most technical.
6. Okay, hold on.
We're going to get into the weeds of it.
Okay.
Football, so he's the most technical.
Jim Otto.
Oh, my goodness. When they were still using elbows to block.
Didn't matter. He played for like 26 years.
Jason Kelce smokes Jim Otto on any.
Well, you can't.
I would hope so 60 years later.
Yes, when they use elbows and knees to block, yes.
Guys, there's no way best centers. Is there a list, Eddie Money, best centers of all time?
Yeah,
Kelsey's not going to be in the top 5.
I just went on NFL.com. Guess who's not? Guess who's number one?
Jim Otto.
Yeah.
Jim Otto, guy.
He's still playing. You can't count it.
Dude, he's done after this year. They have to talk him back into coming to play this year. He's 6 Pro Bowls. Okay, let's just Kelce, 6 Pro Bowls, University of Cincinnati, 1 Super Bowl. Just give not all of Jim Otto's because it's too long.
10 All-Pros.
All Pros, not Pro Bowls. All Pros.
12 Pro Bowls.
Doubled.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
And played Hall of Fame and 210 games.
So when did Jim Otto play? What
From the 60s to 70s.
All right, so how many
60,
black
74.
people did he block? In
A ton.
70s? Who?
His right guard is Greg Townsend, one of the best right guards of all time.
I guarantee
Jim Otto a
you. I
Raider?
guarantee you.
Otto.
Is Jim Otto a Raider?
Is he a Raider?
I guarantee you.
Hold on. Answer the question.
Is he a Raider?
Yes.
Okay,
but
conversation's over.
this list is NFL.com.
It's NFL. It's not Raider.com.
Watch the mic.
He probably freaking blocked Deacon Jones, maybe the best defensive lineman of all
People who
time.
play center, people who played offensive line, the entire center community, they all talk about it. Jason Kelce is by far the best technical center
if
that
you're
ever
23
played
and
the
younger.
game. No, if you played offensive line your entire life, you know that Jason Kelce is by far the best offensive lineman.
Let's talk Mike Webster.
Oh, my God.
Mike Webster, Stevenson from I'm just off the top of my head. Who's in the top 5, Eddie Money?
Marquise Pouncey.
Top 5. I mean, CJ just ridiculous. Once you get something in your head, it's ridiculous.
It's like a dog with a bone.
This other guy's name is Chuck Bernardic from 49 to 62.
Yeah, Chubb McNardic, Hall of Famer.
Mel Hine, 31 to 45.
He's not even wearing a face mask.
31 to 45.
Listen,
Hold on.
He was a center and won MVP.
He's not even wearing a face mask.
He was a center and won MVP.
He's wearing
That's
number 7.
insane.
He's wearing number 7.
That's when let's
be for real.
That's when they had center eligible plays,
Imagine
guy.
fucking Aaron Donald
The center
at that
sneak.
age.
Yes.
I can't imagine what Jason Kelce
If
would
he
do in
saw
that
Aaron
fucking
Donald,
time period.
and he would be like,
Stop
"Who
it.
the hell is this?"
Go
If
ahead.
he saw Aaron Donald, he'd yell an un-PC word.
They would burn him at the stake.
Yeah. Aaron Donald couldn't even make it on the field.
Go ahead.
Number 4 is Dwight Stevenson
Dwight
from the Dolphins.
Dolphins,
80
super
to-
stud.
80 to 87. Who's black, by the way?
Oh, yay.
You said that like it was a bad
Yay.
thing.
Woohoo!
Number 5 is Bulldog Turner from 40 to
He's also not
62.
wearing a face mask.
This is also a
His
regular
picture's in black and white. Let's be for real. He has a comb over. Let's be fucking for real.
Are we
Come on.
arguing best center right now?
Yeah, what are we doing,
Is
dude?
this real?
This guy, Jason Kelce, he has a hard on for Kelce.
It's because he saw the
Okay.
documentary.
Is that what it is? Because he has a good podcast?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So then Eddie's the best fullback, right?
yes.
He has
Yes.
he has a good podcast.
There you go. Joe, Downey or Tooney? What are we going with? Downey. Yes. NC State. Played for the Chiefs. Played for the Patriots. 3 Super Bowls. A bunch of Pro Bowls. He's, probably better than fucking Kelce. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. As far as 62s, I can't think of anything else but a 62 Impala.
I saw the list and I didn't know half the names. To
Yeah.
be
Rick
honest.
Flores says Darrell Dess.
Who to who? Who to what, Rick? Who that? Darrell. I don't know. Doesn't count if you don't know who he is.
An old school football player.
Well, there you go. That is your famous 62s. And we're going to get straight into the mix here, guys.
Sorry.
Thank you, Rick, for watching, guy. We have an announcement about this holiday giveaway today. Stay tuned. But let's get into your fired. Brought to you by official.bta. I already told you about my man, Big John, right here. He's still wearing that sweet brown hoodie that I want one so bad. Official.bta, guys. Go check out the Instagram. Give this guy the microphone. How can we find you, Big John? When's the next drop coming, man?
I'm planning for the drop to come around the end of January or beginning of February.
Beautiful. We got to do a collab.
Oh, definitely.
Two Nobodies BTA about that action just makes too much sense. Too much sense. I mean, gambling and NCAA college is like
The same thing.
peanut butter and tuna fish. Right? So, guys, you're fired. Brought to you by official.bta. Who wants to start?
I do.
You're fired. There you go, Hakatomi Plaza. Show some initiative. Who do you got, man?
I want to fire the Saints management for giving a below average quarterback a big contract and was shown to America last night. We were thrown under the mud.
We were thrown.
Burned at the stake.
Yes. Tarred and feathered.
All of the above. And it just proves last night Derek Carr is horrible, as you would say.
Garbaggio at the
the
Bellagio. 100%.
I mean, how bad was he? Can we?
I'll tell you how bad the guy. And here's the thing: check down king of all time, right? And he has more yards that are meaningless. By the way, he scored like 26 points in fantasy.
You know what I love the best though? He's like down like 30, and he's like, "Oh, perfect time to get my stats up." I scored twice and looked like I actually played somewhat good.
Yeah, it's really bad. They're regretting it. We warned you. We warned you guys and all those Raider fans that
Feels good to be proven right.
it does. And
Can't lie.
I think finally the crowd has agreed. CJ, do you agree? Were we right? I mean, anyone feel that we've been vindicated?
He's a clown.
I don't know about clown. He's a good
great guy.
He's a good dude.
If you're the Saints GM, do you cut him? You try to go for a trade? Do you just go one more year with him?
You have too much money already in there.
So you have to just roll with him.
Yeah.
They're almost like $50 million over the cap.
Saints are over the cap every single year.
They are.
This
This is why you fired management. Derek Carr has a feel for the pocket like I have a feel for the stock market.
Non-existent.
Which is non-existent. Yes. Okay. That is, and listen, guys. Yes, I am not good in the stock market. I know I look like a stock market guy, but trust me, I do not have a feel. I mean,
until Luke gets on
I saw a meme, Ghetto Gronk, that said today he has a feel in the pocket like a baked potato. Yeah, like it's just really bad. It's just really bad, and great firing.
Thank you.
Akatomi Plaza. Is it raining? Oh, that sucks.
That's what that sound is?
Yes.
A little bit.
Who else? Anyone?
I want to fire
Pulls it all the way to him.
punk ass Deion Sanders and all the punk ass Deion Sanders haters, and I'm also gonna fire myself.
Wait.
The
You're
haters?
firing him and the haters?
Yeah, and no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Deion and the Deion supporters. I messed up, and this is gonna make Rafa so happy. I regret saying that Colorado was ever going to beat anybody because Deion posting on his Instagram 5 times a day about how Colorado was the 4th most watched team in college football. Buddy, you won 4 games. Everybody was stroking your cock on freaking Instagram.
Whoa, hey,
Wow.
Takarisi.
No.
It's a family show, I
It's
think.
ridiculous. Stop posting on Instagram. Stop.
Boom. Not anymore.
Get your freaking offensive line together and stop posting on Instagram, guy. You guys suck. Stop doing it. It's annoying.
Didn't his best decommit to Maryland? Or decommit and then go to
We
Yes.
had a guy commit on undisputed and then committed to Georgia like 2 days later.
He had like the best offensive lineman, the number 6 overall, 5-star, and he decommitted. It's a exodus as far as the commits go. I think the early National Signing Day was a couple days ago. He only had 5 or 4 signings, which we're gonna see more and more often because of the NIL or the transfer portal. And you could speak on that. How's that going, Jameson? As far as high school athletes being getting scholarships to D1 Power 5 schools, that's gonna be a big thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, the portal's really changed everything for everyone, especially the high school kids. Because in the portal, you're getting kids with experience and with more maturity. And
Film against other college guys.
And that's what you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You take a younger kid, you don't know how he's going to pan out.
Yeah.
And then the money is just playing a big factor. You could pay anyone to go anywhere right now. So,
Do you have any NIL guys? Are you signed with the 2 nobodies yet, or wine, a Riesling?
I have a few NIL deals, but like nothing like to go to a different school, you know. So.
Oh man, come on, man. We got to pump. I want to be Jameson's agent,
Like,
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Your agent. I am your agent. So I would love to be Jameson's agent, man. I would love.
that'd be badass, actually.
It would.
Open a meeting with the briefcase, nothing in it.
I'll start running slants for him. Like we have a ball and a helmet right
Let's
here.
go outside right now.
Let's go. I'll show you.
That's
So,
great.
who else wants to fire somebody, man?
I'm going to fire Colby Covington.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
Great.
firing, actually. Great firing.
Colby Covington, you punk ass bitch. You sat on your ass like a pussy.
Jesus.
And you just let
YouTube's
you
like,
let Leon Edwards absolutely clown you. You know, you had us all guessing, oh, maybe new strategy. First round, you're going to feel him out. Maybe try and catch Leon, a little too excited after the dad comment. You sat there and took it right up the keister, dude. You suck. You're a clown. Dana shouldn't have been saying Tony needs to retire. He needed to say Colby needs to retire, which also that was kind of a shitty move by
You know
Dana,
what
in my
I don't
opinion.
get too though is like when fighters like I guess contenders fight in a championship fight, they have to beat the champion. You can't win by points. Like it's not gonna happen.
No,
you have to beat the champion.
That's
And
the
he
difference
Didn't do anything to beat the champion.
It's the biggest difference between UFC and boxing because the only time I've ever seen a title fight where I thought the fighter truly won in terms of points was Islam Alexander Volkanovski
Yeah.
the first time.
First time.
Because the first round was clearly Islam. The second round, I think, was a toss-up. But then third, fourth, and fifth,
It was.
Volk ended on top. In the fifth round, he ended wailing on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really quick before we segue, I just want to give a shout-out to my boy Brett Dogowitz, starting his rugby season at Cal this week.
Brett Dogowitz. What a great freaking name.
Preseason favorite to win All-American.
Great sport.
Dog. I mean,
Bro, his quads, my God, it's crazy.
giggity.
I'm not looking, by the way. Was not looking.
What do people call him? Dog or what do we call him? What's the nickname?
We call him Big Brett.
Big Brett. No. What up, Eddie Money?
Michelle wants to give a shout out to her son. Happy birthday, Zach.
20, happy 20, actually 39 years old.
Should we sing?
Well, the 22nd. It's the 22nd. A lot of birthdays today. We have Ralph Ontiveros, that's 22nd. Zach Attack. He was just here earlier today. We had a birthday beer together. Zach looking great for 39 years old. Thanks, Michelle, for giving that shout out.
Rick Flores also has a firing.
Yes, Ray. We always look forward to Rick's firings.
He said, I'd like to fire all the people welcoming Ohtani to LA like he came from another state or somewhere far. He's been playing in Los Angeles against this whole time, hasn't he?
That's
Rick,
hilarious.
I actually had that down. I was going to fire either the Los Angeles Rams or Ohtani. Like, guys, are we really gonna believe that he hasn't crossed west of the 605 freeway in 6 years?
Dude.
I mean, is that a thing? Like, does he think there's checkpoints
What
at
kinda
the
bummed me
405 and 605?
You know what bummed me out last night was that Yamamoto was supposed to be at the
Yes.
game with Ohtani and then canceled, and the contract was announced last night. How sick would it have been? Yamamoto's right there. They pan up to him and Ohtani. He just throws the Dodger hat on.
Man, yes.
Dude, the moment was right there.
Not the Japanese style. Not the Japanese style. It was always the Dodgers, by the way.
It was always the Dodgers.
Always the Dodgers.
It was always blue collar.
We will get into that later, but great firing, Rick. I was gonna bring that up myself. Who else? You have any firings? There we go.
I'm gonna go with the whole Detroit Pistons team.
That's a
Great firing.
that's a great firing.
The players, the coaches,
Everything.
everyone.
Everyone. My goodness.
They need help over there in Detroit.
To lose 25 in a row, that takes effort or lack
That's
of.
consistency.
It is consistency, and the closest.
That's greatness.
I don't know, man.
It takes a special team.
I think how far away are they from the record at this point? I think they're like the third.
I think they're the third streak right
Yeah, and they're looking strong. Like they could complete this deal. They're gonna close this baby out. It's pretty impressive the way they're going.
The worst record is 34-48 by the Bobcats.
What were
Bobcats.
What were the Sixers that one year?
I know the Cavs are in there as well when LeBron left.
Yeah, they were horrible
really
that
bad.
year.
Shocker. But yeah, man, great firing, Jameson. How did no one talk about that?
I don't know.
25 games in a row, man.
It's because they're not like a big. Philly made sense because Philly's a big market team. Pistons aren't.
They were favored last night.
Last night was
Yeah.
just so dumb. Well,
Didn't
actually,
they lose
that
by,
was
like,
their
10?
best opportunity to win because Jazz had their main guys out.
Yeah, and they still
still lost.
lost.
They're like, let's get this together, guys. Let's keep the streak going.
The most losses by the 76ers 72-73 team was 73 losses.
Dang, Gina.
It's like almost the whole season. It's an 82 game season.
That's insane.
You won 9 games. Oh
That is-
my
okay.
God!
So
What's
if
the streak, though,
if the
is?
Pistons keep their track of what they're on right now, they'll end 6-76.
Oh,
Sixes.
I'm rooting for it, dude. I'm rooting for it. I want to see it.
They should get like the next 10 years first picks for being so
Should
bad.
hang a banner for that. Actually,
Yes.
You have
You need
to.
to
Just
grade
lean
it.
into it. Just lean into
parade
it.
and everything.
That's what the Browns
They
did
should do a
forever.
parade in backwards. Everyone drives in reverse.
They start at the end.
Yes.
As the parade goes on,
You
everyone,
wave bye, not hello. Yes.
the players show up drunk. They leave getting
yes,
sober.
sober.
That's
They
great.
naked, put clothes on as you freaking go by. Yes, that's a great freaking.
Keep betting whoever the Pistons playing
I
against.
promise you, once I bet the other team, they're gonna win.
Are they covering?
I
What are
promise
they
you.
against the spread? We are the gambling show of record. I mean, come on, man.
I think they're not bad like with the spread. They just can't win.
I know that the closest win was against Milwaukee. It was a 2-point game like a month and a half ago. That's the thing. I think they're averaging getting beat by 14 points.
Yeah, it's not close games.
No, the average is 14 points. So it's like
No, they're the second worst. They're 9-18
against the
and 1
spread.
Against the spread. Atlanta is the worst at 7-20.
Well, good for them.
And then the best is OKC, 18-7-1.
That's why I've been hammering a lot. OKC.
Guy, I share it with the people, man.
Sorry about that. I've been
Dang.
holding it
Keeping
secret
secrets.
for a while, but OKC with the spread. Never fails.
Secrets, man.
OKC,
Good teams win. Great teams cover.
OKC, 76ers, the Magic, and Brooklyn all great against the spread at just around 70%.
Oh, that's a great clip.
Big John,
Kidding me?
any firings in your future? No, he's good.
Positive. He's a positive guy.
Breaking news: Clayton Kershaw spotted at the Texas Rangers facility tonight.
Wow, that makes sense.
Please, I mean, it'd be great.
I mean,
I want him gone so bad.
really?
Last
Dude,
last year in the
oh my
playoffs?
God.
It
What
just-
was the score in the
it
first
does-
inning?
Yeah, that was.
Well, he had like a crazy ass contract last year too.
I heard they were going to offer him $15 million, and I thought that was fair. Because here's the one thing with this, if we're going to get into it, the one thing with this rotation with the Dodgers, there's no lefties. There's not a single lefty. And it's just going to be, it's like seeing, like, who was amazing in a uniform forever? It's like seeing Shaq with the Celtics, like seeing, who else?
Jordan with the Wizards.
Jordan, yes.
Ugly.
It's just one of those things that,
Gretzky with the Kings.
yeah. Gretzky? No, not with the Kings.
Not the Kings. The last Canadian team he was with.
I don't know, yeah. But anyways, I think that's going to happen. Good for him. I would have liked to kept him on just because I'm a Kershaw fan. That first inning was really bad. And the Texans are really good. So we'll see what happens. Shout out to our associate producers. If you guys have noticed, we're doing breaking news. We were on that. I text you guys about that Yamamoto signing before officially out, but everyone was driving in the rain. We couldn't get it out. And by the time it happened,
They better win.
it was too late. We'll talk about that later.
They better win. That's all I'm gonna say.
My two firings are already kind of been mentioned. I was going to fire the Rams and Ohtani for not crossing the 605 freeway in 6 years. And then I was also going to fire the phrase keeping receipts, which has seemed to just make rounds, which originated in my, memory with Deion Sanders, with the TCU win and the keeping receipts and all that bullshit. Now, and then who else used the keeping receipts?
Angel Reese and
John
John
Morant.
Morant.
Yes, John Morant, which was an untimely Tua.
Tua did it.
Tua did it, the keeping receipts. Look at those shoulder pads, man. That's what I looked like
that was you in high school.
That's
a fullback.
That I had that neck roll right
He had
there.
it bigger though.
Yes, thank you, Hawks. But the keeping receipts
This
things,
one's
guys,
hilarious.
it's called the internet, okay? Everything's fucking on the internet. We don't need to know that you're keeping receipts. It's a stupid freaking phrase, sort of like no cap, which I cannot stand.
Okay.
Can we fire no cap?
No, we can.
Oh man,
I stand by no cap.
Bro, why you capping?
dude, no cap. Why you capping and no cap? They completely different meanings.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
No capping.
Capping, you are wearing a cap. Therefore,
No.
you are lying. No cap, you are not.
See,
wearing
capping
it. Therefore,
in the
you are not
90s and
lying.
80s is when you're making fun of somebody, not lying. So,
Times change.
Times change, man.
oh man, I'm stuck
Get
in
with
a
the
time warp.
times.
Can we fire keeping receipts though?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
all
that's
agreement
fine.
on that?
I can agree.
The
with that.
John Morant thing, guy,
But John Morant's, man, he's good, man.
he is good.
That was a hell of a way to come back.
But who are you mad at for keeping receipts?
Yeah, that's
Eh,
the part I don't get either. Like, bro, like you.
I
hurt
think like
yourself.
Stephen A. and guys like that went pretty hard.
But like,
on
no one was saying, "Oh, you suck at basketball."
No,
like that
no.
wasn't the.
we were
case.
all pleading with
Oh,
him.
that's a catch.
What a pick.
Yes, we were all pleading with Ja to put guns away.
That's all we were saying.
Yeah, that's all
no
we
one
were
said, "Hey, you suck
saying.
at
You
basketball."
didn't say
Fake
you
guns,
suck.
too.
I think even the Duke guy,
Oh, the coach.
no. JJ Redick, he was actually standing up and fighting for John Morant not to be suspended. So, Guy, don't be mad. Come on, man. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at you, man.
I don't know if this I don't know if this is Ralphie or Rafa, but there said firing the MLB because they still think Ohtani is on the Dodgers when the tuna buddies reported that he's a Blue Jay.
That's for sure, Ralphie.
That's for sure, Ralphie.
Ralphie ducks the motion.
By the way, your dad is the one who said print. He's the one who said print that.
Go.
Yes. So
It's like Waldo's reporting it.
Boom is also saying Merry Christmas from Colombia.
oh, Boomtown
Such a good guy.
in Medellin. Yes, boom.
Beer time.
I hope your
Colombia time.
Yes, I hope your intestines are cocaine free. Yes. So, guys, that is You're Fired. That was Jameson just ran out. Doesn't want to be a part of this show after all the gay and drug references. That is You're Fired. Are anyone else? Good firings today, gentlemen.
Great firings.
Great firings. We fired the Pistons. We fired Dion twice. We fired
Saints
Colby
management.
Covington. Great. That didn't make any sense to me either. Just completely confusing. And are we ready for our next segment?
We're ready.
NFL segment, guys, brought to you by the Trading Post. Just stopped there earlier. Got a bottle of Silver Oak. Big thank you to Eddie Money and CJ for bringing me this luscious bottle of Camus that we're about to pop open as well. Guys, Merry Christmas and thank you guys. But let's get into, first let's blue chip recap. Little recap.
So on the season, we are 131, 107, and 10 for both football, like all football. NFL exclusively, we're 67, 60, and 7. Last week, we did pretty decent. We went 6-5 in NFL, went 1-0 in UFC, which was a plus 200 hit, so you're up 2 units on that one, and also 1-0 in college football.
There you go, man.
Love it.
We have some more picks for you guys. We'll do, guys, those of you that are hanging in for the holiday giveaway, let me just say this. We're going to bring on CJ we're going to postpone it by 1 week. He is going to explain step by step how to enter this. A lot of confused people, and we want it to be fair, and we want it to be, go right. So after we come from break, we will have CJ on the mic. He will explain the process, and we will be giving away $1,000 next Friday on our show to some lucky listener. Hope we just didn't lose a bunch of followers right now live on YouTube, but it is what it is. Let's get into week 15, man. Brought to you by the Trading Post, best liquor store in Downey. And what do we got on the agenda, Eddie Money, man?
So we got holiday weekend, so we got football Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We
That's
got
great.
games throughout Saturday, games throughout Monday on Christmas, and obviously all day Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday, we're starting off with the Bengals and Steelers. Bengals -3 at the Steelers, over under of 38.
Man, who saw the Steeler practice with our man Pickens, lollygagging and drills?
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Listen,
His quote, I don't want a Tank Dell incident. That's why I didn't block.
so many bad excuses. But
Just own up to it. It's
Yeah.
the simplest thing.
it is, and we know, like Steve Smith, Hines Ward, that is a big.
Hell, Antonio Brown did it.
Antonio Brown did it.
Juju did it.
Yeah, it's a part of being a receiver is downfield blocking. What turns touchdowns into first downs into touchdowns.
I don't think the Steelers win that game last week, but they score. It changes the tide of the game. 100%.
Yeah, because after that,
They
just
went for it
downhill.
They
after
went for
that.
it twice. So they ran the ball, got the ball to the one. That was 2nd and goal. 2 more, stuff, turned the ball over.
After that, it was
done.
game over.
It was done. They didn't score again.
They didn't score again.
They didn't enter past the 50 until the last 2 possessions of that game.
It was bad.
Really, really bad. Does anyone have any feel? Rafa did send in his blue chips. Is this one of them, man?
Yeah, so in this game, he's taking the
Hold
under.
on.
I wanted to
Ring the
guess.
damn
Damn it.
bell. Go ahead, guess.
Well, he said the under, but I was going to guess that anyways.
Ring that shit with balls, man. Come on.
He's
There you
taking
go.
the Bengals and Steelers under 38.
Bagels and Steelers.
I
under
second
38.
it. Jamar Chase is out. Backup quarterback. Cincinnati typically doesn't play well against the Steelers offense, let alone with a backup and no Jamar.
Yeah.
How many backups are playing?
I
now,
think
man?
what I
It's
heard is
crazy.
there's like 9 starting quarterbacks out.
It's crazy.
And then Trevor Lawrence is out this week and CJ Stroud. So it's backup weekend.
Last week as well.
Yeah.
right?
This whole season.
the year of the
Yeah.
backup.
Yeah. But on that, Steelers defense, no Minka Fitzpatrick for what it sounds like the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Offensively, we're going to be without 2 starting offensive linemen. The rumor is George Pickens is going to be benched for majority of this game and for Calvin Austin, who's a much smaller, much quicker receiver. They still haven't announced if it's Trubisky or Rudolph. It
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They're just it's going to be a
Give me
shit
the
show.
under. Give me the under.
I wish the over under was 1, and I'd still take the under.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I think Clark came out and said that it's time for our man Tomlin to move on.
Killed him.
He did kill him, but he will get hired. I think Tomlin. I think they move on from him. I think it's going to be a mutual
I
parting.
think he just lost the locker room.
I don't think you move along from him.
Really?
Such a terrible team, and he's still not only putting a somewhat game plan together, keeping that defense together to stop teams, which they shouldn't be stopping, and they're still a great threat to be in the playoffs still.
So if I may, Jerome Bettis went on Dan Patrick this week. He said it the best. They played the Ben Roethlisberger clip that's been going around. Oh, the Steeler way is gone. Bettis goes, I don't disagree, but I don't agree either. He says, on offense, there's no culture. There's no leader. Ben was the leader for 15 years. When he was out, you had Pouncey and AB to lead Rudolph and the young guys. Defensively, you got Minka, TJ, Cam Hayward. Like, you got these guys that have been in that winning culture with the team. Tomlin's a defensive coach. It's no surprise that the defense is performing well, but the offensive mistakes for a better part of a decade now, like you got to think about it. Todd Haley days, he was there for too long. Keith Butler, there too long. Canada, there too long. The current defensive coordinator fucking sucks. It should have been Brian Flores. It was a mistake not to promote him.
But have you seen the Matt Canada stats? Since he's left, they've been worse.
Yeah, they had that one really good game against Cincinnati, and then
that was it.
Chunked it. I think it's time to move on. I think it's just. I know the Steelers don't do this. They've never fired a head coach. All the other coaches retired.
That's why I think it's a mutual.
I think it's a mutual thing.
Yeah,
I don't think you trade him. I don't think you do like a silent firing. Like, hey man, we're gonna go in a different direction. Because you can't have a defensive coach in the league anymore. Like, look at all the defensive coaches that have been hired the last 5 years. What's his name with the Bears? Eberflus. They're bad. Jonathan Gannon with the Cardinals.
Staley
they're
with the Chargers.
Staley, bad. Vic Fangio when he was with the Broncos.
So Tomlin's
bad.
out of the league? Like, that's what you're saying?
No. I
He'll
think
get a
it's time to
job.
move off Tomlin.
I know, but you're saying defensive coaches can't make it in the league anymore.
I'm saying defensive coaches, like, with teams like this, like, having an elite defense isn't going to work anymore. I think the issue that you have with the Steelers is the owner that's currently there was not the owner that hired Tomlin. It was his dad. Tomlin kind of runs the show there. I think Tomlin needs, like, a change of scenery and, gets a good offensive coordinator under him wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But the Steelers just need to go in a completely new direction, which we've already seen since this new GM's come in.
Yeah.
It's time to make a whole move.
Well, that's that. We'll see how that plays out. Next game, Eddie Money, on Saturday.
We got the prime time, which should have been a good matchup, and now it's just going to be an absolute abomination more than likely. We have the Bills at the Chargers, over under 43.5. Bills favored by 12.5. And the only way to watch this game is on Peacock, by the way.
Really?
This game is going to be on Peacock.
Well, at least it's not on Amazon, because we know if you're on Amazon, it's going to be the fucking worst game on the planet. Amazon is like asking for a receipt.
Hey, last Thursday, we got a game, right?
Last Thursday, no, that was
Well, it
a
wasn't
bad
a game,
too.
but it was great.
because we're Raiders.
But it was a good game to watch. Like, it was fun to watch.
No, only because we're Raider fans was it fun to watch. That's the
It was
only
entertaining. Like, the pick six was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Again, no one else fucking liked that game unless you're a Raider
I
fan.
disagree, but
Of course. But only on Peacock. And then we have. So who got the Staley out? Thank goodness. The Charger fans, can you please send me some flowers, some cigars, wine? We finally got your coach fired, which rumors were he was fired at halftime and he still came out. I don't know how true that was.
That can't be true.
Well,
This can't be.
it should have been done. I mean, he was trending on Twitter at halftime to fire his ass. And I think it was Herb Street that came out and said it during the game.
I think Richard Sherman said it.
Oh, you're right. Sherman said it. I mean, it was time, man. It was time. Who took over? Who's interim? Is it? They didn't even give it to.
He passed on it.
Yeah, he passed on it. Didn't give it to
Kellen Moore,
Kellen Moore.
smart man.
We don't even know who the freaking interim coach is. I think it's Jameson. That's why he came back in town. I think he's coaching the fucking Chargers this week.
I wish.
Oh, it's Giff Smith for the Chargers.
Of course. It was always
Dude,
Giff Smith.
The goat.
It was always Giff.
I should have known.
It was always going to be Giff. My God. But, yeah, I think that team, Rafa always likes to talk about teams playing. I guarantee you Rafa loves the Chargers in this game because
The coach was just fired.
Yeah, because
He loves teams off a fired coach.
he thinks the players, and it happened with the Raiders. Like if there's a toxic environment with the head coach, and that like there was with McDaniels and the Raiders when he left, it was like ding dong, the witch is dead. The albatross is lifted off your neck. Guys play freer. They want to show the management that they made the correct decision.
The Panthers won.
No, they didn't. Right after he got fired.
Wasn't that last week?
No, because Rafa picked him. He's like, I guess it wasn't. Right? He picked him against Denver, I think, or
No,
we were in
that's
Vegas. We watched it, but they did win
They won this last week.
week.
beat
But
the
as soon
Falcons.
as Reich was fired, they still got their ass whooped. And that's a owner fucking thing that's happening over there. So, any thoughts on this game other than it's 12.5? Do we think the Chargers are going to come out? And we know that quarterback's still out, right? Out for the season. Broken
Herbert's
feet.
done for the season.
It's Eli Stick or whatever the hell is
Easton Stick.
Easton Stick. Great baseball name, but not a football name.
If you're looking to bet on this game, I would lean towards the under. Both teams are in the recent games have been great to the under. Bills 6-1 in last 7. Chargers 9-2-1.
Yeah.
And obviously
stats
one of
there.
the loss was because the Raiders just dumped on them.
Any thoughts on next Charger head coach? I know who the next GM is going to be in about 12 years, and he's sitting in my backyard right now. Jameson, you heard it here first, guys. Clip this shit. Jameson Wang, quarterback of Cornell University, will be a GM in the NFL, and I think he'll be the Chargers. Send him back to San Diego for me, please, Jameson.
We'll get out of LA.
Yes, go back, get your fan base back. I mean, all 13 Charger fans were protesting, and they didn't know where to go. They're just like on La Cienega, like
Scared.
yeah.
According to Yahoo Sports, the coach with the best odds for the Chargers odds is Bill Belichick, then Ben Johnson, and Kellen Moore, Frank Smith, and Eric Bieniemy.
I heard they want Harbaugh too.
I think it's Harbaugh.
I do. I think it might be Harbaugh as well. Harbaugh put a deadline on an extension from Michigan. He wants an extension by Christmas,
Well, did you see the last extension they offered him?
and then pulled off the table.
Yeah, but he told them to because there was an amendment in the contract that said while you're under this deal, each year you are not allowed
Yes.
to flirt with the NFL.
'Cause
I wouldn't take that deal at all.
But he does it every effing year. The NFL distractions, and he still recruits like a monster.
It's worked though. It
But-
doesn't become an issue till.
But
it's an
why
issue.
if you're doing it for more money, enough's enough. If we're gonna give you the money, I would have done it for Michigan as well. If we're gonna give you $12 million a year, stop flirting when you go to Ojos Locos with the other chicks.
Oh,
Yes, I
who's
gave you.
going there?
Seriously, it's annoying. If we're going to commit to you, commit to us. And I've heard Harbaugh I heard he really wants to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
And resurrect Chicago where, he was a heart attack QB, whatever. He was really good in Chicago. But we'll see. We'll get into that a little bit later. Are we talking college football, guys?
Later, yeah.
Later. All right. So
Moving on to our...
Rafa doesn't have a pick in that game, huh?
No.
Smart man.
Smart.
Don't touch that game.
Yeah, don't touch that game. Stay away game for me.
Stay away game for me.
So back on the Sunday slate, regular Sunday, we have Colts and Falcons. Falcons minus 2.5. Over under of 45.
I think
Is there a
Heineke,
blue chip here?
Desmond Ritter is out, I believe, or benched, I should say. Heineke is playing. I like that move. Heineke is that dude.
No, he's not. They're still bad. They're still terrible.
But why are they bad? Because they have talent. Drake London's
It's
Oh, it's the
shit.
head coach.
Quarterback play and the head coach, I would say.
Yeah.
They-
You have so much talent in that
I
locker
would like
room.
to see Fields in Atlanta. With the
I
That
would
is
too.
that is
I
a
would
big
too.
rumor.
I
That's
would
a
love to see
big
that.
rumor out there.
I mean, Drake London, I think he's legit. I think he can actually be a good number one receiver in the NFL.
They don't get him the ball. 2 weeks ago, he had 11 catches for 170. And then last week, 2 catches for like 35.
Yeah, it's so inconsistent.
And-
Even Pitts, like, he's talented. You just don't utilize him at all.
5 touchdowns in his career,
Yeah, it's
I
insane.
You
think.
took Pitts with a top 10 pick.
And they don't
For
use
the
him
last-
at all.
yeah.
It's terrible.
I don't know if
Bijan.
is it Pitts or is it the play calling?
It's not. I don't think it's
It's the
him.
play calling. It has to be because the play calling doesn't even get the other good guys involved.
Yeah, like even Bijan for like half the season wasn't even included in most of the plays. Like he was out carried by the backup who's not even that good, Tyler Algier.
Yeah.
well,
So they need to hold that.
I heard the head coach is safe. I heard he's going to be back next year. Arthur.
at least bring in a new quarterback because something's not working.
Well, that's why I like a sleeper pick in fantasy. I think Heineke is going to get the ball to Drake London this week. I started him in my, knock on wood.
You started a Heineke in your face.
No, Drake London.
I was about to say like
Yeah, I've had him
that's
on my bench
insane.
all year.
That's insane.
Yeah. So was starting Derek Carr last night, and he had 26 effing points.
Yeah,
To be fair, in Heineke's 3 games he's played, he had 175 yards for 1 touchdown at Tennessee, 268 yards for a touchdown and an interception against Minnesota, and 55 yards and a touchdown at Arizona.
There you go.
Ugh.
And last year with the Redskins,
Oh,
he had
balled out over
moments.
there, though.
He had one good year with the Redskins, and that was the year they hit the playoffs.
Having one good year in the NFL is crazy. Like that's really hard to
Having
do.
one good year will like save you for like the rest of your career.
Yes.
He's now forever a career backup because of that one season. Never gonna be a starter.
Actually, he's starting this week, man.
Okay, because he's a quarterback.
Well, any feelings here, Ozempic Guru?
Stay away game. This is a terrible game.
And Rafa has no blue chips.
Another smart man.
I think I like the Colts in this game at least. In terms of against the spread, Colts are 5-1 against the spread.
Why are they not
last 6.
favored in this game?
I don't know. I don't get it. Probably just because Atlanta's
Falcons at home.
Atlanta's at home, so you get 3 points.
Yeah, if anything, I would take Colts. If I was gonna bet this game, I would take the Colts with the points.
Yeah, Atlanta is 3-10 against the spread, by the way, and 1-5 at
Yeah.
home against the spread.
Shit, I might red chip that one.
Red chip it, man. You're in the seat. There you go. Hakatomi red chip. Go ahead, man.
Colts with the points. Hammer it. Put the house on it.
Wow.
Bye money.
Take out a loan.
That's
Take out a loan on that one.
that is some crazy talk there. So
I think this game might be more exciting than people think because the Colts have no defense.
They score a lot of points.
Yeah, they score a lot of points. They're 11-3 to the over.
The Falcons.
not so much. Not so much.
Maybe Heineke will let it rip. Hopefully.
Oh,
Let it
why you have nothing to lose,
Literally
right?
nothing to lose.
That's why I like
Okay, he's down there somewhere.
that's why I like and that's what you do to a Drake London. 6'5", jumps out of the gym. You give that dude a chance, man.
Chansa.
A chance. What's next? So we're already on to Sunday games. What's the next Sunday game, Eddie Money?
We got Packers -4 at Carolina, over under of 38.
Oh man.
These are rough games, man.
So Green Bay
Yeah,
coming
it's starting off so rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Green Bay coming off a loss, right? A game that they probably should have won. Carolina coming off an amazing drive by Bryce Young. Finally, good for Bryce. That was a long time coming.
Yeah, they won without a touchdown.
That's great.
that is crazy. I like Green Bay in this game. I really do. And the 4 points. It's probably going to be raining. I don't know, but Carolina has an ownership issue. There's a lot of issues up and down that roster, and a lot of people don't agree. Now people are trying to backpedal and say, I wanted C.J. Stroud. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted now. Yeah,
That was never the case. Everyone said.
I think
Young.
Frank Reich wanted C.J. Stroud.
That's
I think that was the
report.
That was the report that came out over the summer too. If you remember seeing that video, it doesn't.
Yeah, we talked about it here because
Yeah.
Frank Reich likes bigger quarterbacks. But it
He's-
doesn't matter.
yeah.
At the end of the day, they didn't draft him, so they
He likes him bigger everywhere.
Yes. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Any money?
Yep.
There you go. No blue chip for Rafa in this game.
No, but Carolina is besides their last 2 of 3, they're 3-9-2 against the spread. So you're basically just betting on the Packers to beat a better dog shit team.
Wow.
Yeah.
The hard, cold facts right there from Eddie Money.
Factoids. Moving to another game without C.J. Stroud that we were just talking about. We have the Browns minus 2.5 versus the Texans. Over under 40. Rafa does have a blue chip in this one if you guys want to break it down.
Ring the bell, man.
Can we guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's Cleveland.
I'm gonna say it's the under.
It's the Browns minus 2.5.
Oh,
Woo! Yes, I got it right, man. Go ahead, pour yourself some juice there.
Flacco's balling.
Flacco looks
yeah.
good. Defense, Myles Garrett. Did you guys keep on seeing last night? They kept on showing Myles Garrett because it looks like he has legs attached to his shoulders. It's freaking insane, man. The dude is a scary, scary human being. That defense is playing well. And obviously the backup from Stanford, Miles or Mills.
He's not
Davis
starting.
Mills.
Davis Mills.
Who's starting for
Case
for,
Keenum,
Oh,
Yeah, it is
Keenum.
Case.
That's
It's-
right. That's right.
Comeback king
Oh,
last
he's a
week.
baller.
Yeah,
Minnesota Miracle.
that's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That was him.
And Joe Flacco is. I mean, he had a rough.
Joe Flacco's
Oh.
elite.
I wasn't paying attention to the comments. Rafa's in here.
Hey,
Colts plus 3 is a great pick. He said Heineke should play. He said tease the Packers to the Colts for a dime. Blue chip it, Packers plus 2 and Colts plus 9.
bang bang.
He said Packers
Rafa.
plus 2.
And the Colts plus 9 in a teaser.
Oh, and a teaser. I was
In a
like,
teaser. Look at that,
Heard it here
Rafa.
I
first
like
later,
it.
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it too.
I'm gonna do it.
Rafa feeling a little
He's
frisky.
had like eight mojitos.
Yeah, betting teasers.
So
Betting-
beware.
That's not like Rafa to tease like that.
Oh,
Nice throw.
No.
Guys, we're watching.
Watching
We're watching
UCF.
UCF versus Georgia Tech in the fourth. Just
barn
touchdown.
burner.
Yes, by UCF.
Or no, they didn't score, but they're close.
Next game on the agenda.
Seahawks versus Titans.
Another, I think, sneaky good game. After last week, I don't like the Seahawks on the road ever. But, dude, our man from Missouri,
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, dude, that was,
Horsecock, bro. Horsecock.
dude, that was
That was an
a
insane
crazy,
drive.
crazy game. That was a great catch. What's Rafa's, and Tennessee, obviously coming off that horrible loss to the Texans. So you got one team coming off a high, one team coming off a bad loss. Is it Tennessee plus 3.5 at home?
Wow.
right.
Look at you. Yeah.
It's like Tennessee's forgotten they have Derrick Henry.
Dude, I think the feet have slowed down. If you
But
make
they
him,
don't run the ball at all.
Is this a blue chip?
Yeah. That's what you got.
oh, there we go, blue chip. What is it?
You said it was
you
Titan
just
plus
guessed
3.
it.
You guessed it right.
Oh shit! Yeah, me and Rafa on the same wavelength there.
Partners.
Yes,
Connected.
partners in crime and business, not in social circles.
But in bed.
Never in bed.
Will Levis is that guy, man.
Any thoughts on
been
Will
balling.
Levis?
Can't beat the Texans.
I think he might be he'll be the second best quarterback out of this class.
Really though,
AR-15.
you're so.
I like AR-15 a lot
I'm
better.
sticking with him.
If
I
he
don't like
learns how-
the
if-
injuries already.
If
with
AR-15 learns
AR-15.
how to slide, though, it's over.
Well, let's ask the resident quarterback. We have
Oh,
a
yeah.
freaking Division One
What are we
quarterback
doing?
over here. What out of this rookie quarterback class, Jameson? What do you see, man? This is the GM shit you're gonna have to deal with.
I thought C.J. Stroud was gonna pan out better than Bryce. I've always kind of have a little hatred to Bryce. We were in the same class, but
Little
I thought-
hate, I like it.
I had C.J. Stroud Anthony Richardson's arm talent is unmatched. If he just learns how to protect himself, he'll be a great asset to the Colts.
I agree. He just he needs to learn the Russell Wilson slide technique because he's so big. You know, it doesn't matter. He feels like he can take on anybody.
He's getting crushed like those first 3 games.
So if you were to rank them, being CJ, Bryce, Levis, AR-15, who else? Anyone else get some rookie time?
Are we talking about true rookies or like quarterbacks first time starting?
No, real rookies.
Yeah, rookies. How would you rank them,
So just those
Jameson?
4.
I go CJ1. I think Bryce is still going to pan out well. I think Bryce has a lot of talent still. Under the right system and right players around him, I think he'll do really well. So I'm going to go.
So basically, if he's on the 49ers, he'll do well.
Exactly. But that's how it's been for him his whole life. Modern day Alabama.
Yes.
You put him in the right situation, and he's going to do his thing.
Yeah.
So
Bryce is in his cathedral stage right now.
He is. He's in his little cathedral stage. I go Will 3 and then AR 4 just for right now.
I like it.
I see a lot of upside in him, so hopefully
I do too.
he pans out.
Rafa and I went back and forth last year about him not panning out,
Like the
but
whole summer just arguing.
I watched so much film on AR-15, like hours and hours. Like that's a crazy arm. So that's that game. Eddie Money, what's next on the agenda? We had
we got Redskins versus the Jets.
Yes.
Jets are it's a -3 line over under 37.
Redskins, Jets, Zach
I don't
Wilson.
know if it's blue chip or not.
No, Zach Wilson's out. Concussion.
that's right.
Trevor Simeon is starting. The Trevor Simeon Sam Howell Bowl.
Yes.
Such a great game.
Such a great
Such
game.
a great game.
This is blue chip here?
Oh.
This is the worst defense against the worst offense in this game.
So
Is it blue chip in this?
I did see a report that the Redskins like Sam Howell and they're going to move forward. That
As
he-
they should.
That's the plan. They should.
Yeah, I agree.
They should.
Ralph will
How
tell
do-
you he sucks balls.
How do you not continue with him as your franchise quarterback? That's my thing.
Well,
He's just the
Rafa just threw a
interceptions.
mojito out the window right now as he heard that.
He might quit, he might quit the
Yes.
podcast now.
Yes.
We heard it from here.
He might quit the podcast.
His cigar just lit his house on fire right now. No, listen. I agree. Sam, although makes bad decisions, quarterbacks throw interceptions, guys. It happens. And more than anything, what this year has shown and last year is that if you look at players that were in the playoffs, quarterbacks that were in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, they were like leading in interceptions. So
Josh Allen.
I saw a stat. I think he has the most attempts past 60 yards in the NFL.
Sam,
Sam Howell. So
Wow.
like he's trying to do something at least. Like he's not
It's-
being afraid.
It's a true testament. The enemy system works because their passing offense is top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
They just can't stop anyone on
Anybody.
defense.
yeah.
Their run game, I think they need a running
If
back.
only they had two good defensive ends, like
Chase Young's. I'm
Chase
not
Young
the biggest
and-
Chase Young fan,
and Sweat. Oh wait, they traded him. That's crazy.
but yeah, I think
Even when they had them, they
No,
still weren't very good.
Sweat was still a beast. I think
but-
that's why you got like basically a first round pick for him. With
But even
the-
even their back 5 is
no, they're back. Their whole defense needs to be redone.
they get torched.
They had it. The Redskins have had it backwards both times. Like they had that amazing defense when Young was first there.
Yeah.
Sweat, Allen,
But no
horrible offense, and they made the playoffs. And then now they've got a great offense. Defense
Terrible
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I think they should have fired Rivera after like week 14, seeing how Bieniemy does as a head coach.
I don't get it. I
Man,
don't get
but-
the
And
Ron Rivera thing.
because Bieniemy's not he's not like a Kellen Moore. He's not a sack. He'd actually, take the job. I think he'd be like,
Not a sack.
and he knows too. He knows it's like, this may be my only chance to prove I'm a head coach. For whatever reason, there's the Bieniemy like
That's a good point.
black ball on him.
There's something, man. There's something that is in his background where he just won't get a shot. He's also like 5'6", and I don't know. I think that's guys can't. I think it's a thing. Really, look at managers. Look at managers and foremen on job sites. Big guys get those jobs for some reason. They do. It's a weird thing. They think that Ricky.
Give me the list. Tallest coaches in the NFL.
Ricky Flores runs Comcast Cable. He's 6'8", the biggest Mexican I've ever seen. That for some reason you're big, you're gonna get. Look, all these guys are happy. They're all gonna be managers right here. We have
Short Kings matter, man.
Shout out my short kings.
Short Kings matter. This is bullshit.
It's like the one family that's here.
yeah, the one
all-
family in Downey.
Three
They're
guys that are
in a straight line.
So there's your Redskins. Did no blue chip in that?
No.
Any money? On to the next game.
On to a good game. Lions -3 at the Vikings.
I love this game, actually.
Woo! This is
Over under 47.5.
Is there a blue chip here?
No.
guys. So I did some. Check out this. Okay, we know Lions 7-7, right?
Hey, who?
Oh no, the Vikings 7-7. Okay, Detroit 10-4. Now let's look at the Detroit's schedule. I think they have the Cowboys next week, and then they have the Vikings again. They play each other twice in the next
3 weeks.
in 3 weeks. They could end up tied. Any money can you know who has a if the Lions lose out, which is very possible. If they lose this game, Dallas, and then they're tied for that division, who has the tiebreaker for that? And that might be some hard.
Well, if the Vikings beat them twice, they would have,
Then they would have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my genius son over here.
I mean, simple
Yes.
math.
Are you sure you didn't
Manager.
go to Cornell?
But that's not happening. Lions should destroy this team.
Lions should do a lot of things that they don't do.
They're 10-4.
This is the issue I have with the Lions this year. There was so much hype going into them with this year. Whatever happens this season, whether they make the playoff, which
They are.
when they make the playoffs, if they lose that first playoff game,
Oh, they
this
to the
season,
Rams?
this season was nothing short of a success. You are in the right direction. I never believed the whole they're a Super Bowl contender and all that.
No, yeah,
because
I
their
don't believe that
defense, you
either.
saw it. But one thing, defense, Lions, C.J. Gardner-Johnson expected to suit up this week on more of like a pitch count kind of role, but. If you remember those first 3 games, that's when the defense was the best, when he was in the secondary just
yes.
flying all over the
Beat
place.
the Chiefs.
Can I give a red chip right here?
Let's hear it.
Go ahead, man.
I'm going to go the over. I like it here.
Over
Yeah.
in you gotta say
47.5.
over in what?
Lions, Vikings, over 47.5. Hammer it. I like it a lot.
Bet
I
the
like
house.
You know, did you
Put
guys
second house on it.
did you
First house
guys
on the other one, second house on this one.
do you guys hear the rumor of
Boom,
what
2 free houses.
yeah. Very simple. How do you not have 10 What do we got here?
That's how you cover, guys. That's
That
how
was
you
a
cover.
Bryce Young throw right there.
Yes.
Good teams win, great teams cover.
So, did you guys hear Ben Johnson news? He's asking, or the rumor is that he's asking for $15 million a year,
Oh, yes. That's his
which
price
is effing ridiculous for a guy who's never had head coaching experience. I know he's a hot
For a head coach or for
to be a head
OC?
coach.
Oh,
You know, he could have left last year, but if I'm the Raiders or if I'm a team looking for, especially if I'm the Raiders, I'm not giving a dude $15 million.
what is it usually for a first time head coach?
I think it's
Maybe 5 to 7.
Yeah, just under 10 now is like the going rate for
Yeah.
a first year.
But for him, I mean, you didn't set the world on fire, man.
He's not McVay. Like
Definitely not.
these
I
guys
think-
all think they're McVay now.
I don't think that's him trying to get, like, him wanting to leave and trying to get that number. I think that's him showing that he wants to stay. He think they can win in Detroit, and he's only leaving if they're paying really well.
I think on that, like, conspiracy tinfoil hat. He's saying that because he wants the Chargers job, and he knows Dean Spanos is stupid enough to pay him that money.
Ooh, I like that foil hat answer better. What do you think, Jameson, as the next
Resident
GM,
GM here.
the resident GM of the Chargers? Who would you hire as the next Charger head coach? Would you go offensive coordinator or stale, crusty-ass Bill Belichick?
No, I definitely go offense. Offensive minded is the way the league's progressing.
Right.
And you just need to score at the end of the day. Once you score points, it solves a lot of issues, get you some wins. I really like what
Unless you're USC Trojans.
they need some defense.
Yeah.
You see what Mike McDaniel's doing in Miami. I think that's the path that the NFL is going to go down. Like smart, intellectual, offensive-minded coaches that can move the ball down the field
Yeah.
and score points.
Frank Smith, OC, he's a candidate high up on the list. I wouldn't mind the Raiders getting him as the head coach. If you're gonna go, offensive coordinator that route. So, that is a crazy
Price tag.
Yeah, $15 million. But what do we see? Does Rafa have a blue chip on this game? This is a great game.
No, but to back up Jacob's red chip, the Lions are averaging 32 points per game when they play indoors this season.
Ooh,
Love it.
and
Another house on it. Another house.
Another house.
Third house. The vacation home.
Fuck it.
Jacob's gonna be at Wells Fargo tomorrow.
All your savings, whatever you have.
With our picks, he's like, "Listen, guys, I have collateral right here. I'm gonna
He's
win."
like, I have 15 houses ready to go.
Yes. What's your? Two nobody said it, so it must be true.
Must be true.
And then next game we have the Jaguars at the Buccaneers, -2.5, over under 41.5. The Buccaneers division is wide open for them to go to the playoffs now with that Saints.
Are they good or do they suck? I'm trying to figure out.
So
the
Jack
Baker
Buccaneers.
is balling.
They're
That's all
it's
I
the
know.
same thing as Washington. Offense is awesome. Defense can't fucking stop
Yeah.
anyone.
Listen, I apologize all the Baker hate that we gave him. He's looked great.
He's matured. He learned.
We've talked about maybe the best receiver in the league this year with Mike Evans.
No,
No,
let's calm down.
What are his numbers?
He's just consistent.
he's been consistent. I know
Tyreek Hill.
is
We
on
got
his-
breaking news for this game.
Ooh.
Trevor Lawrence is officially questionable with a concussion. Game time decision.
Yeah.
Give me the Bucks.
No, for sure. But the Jacksonville coming off that loss to the Ravens, they looked pathetic. They really looked bad.
What's that division look like? The Jags division. Who's in first?
It is the Jags.
Still?
The Colts have a chance.
Can they lose it though?
Yeah, so since the Colts won last week, they have to win out. I feel like
Texans too, right? Aren't the Texans right there too?
Yeah,
Yes.
but a loss this week really hurts the
It's
Texans.
gonna be a good finish to that division. I like that.
I want to say
There's
it's Indy.
Is Stroud out for like the rest of the season, or is it just
No.
that
He's
game to
He's had a
game?
concussion, so he'll probably be back next
Yeah.
week.
Okay. Because if he
If
comes
they're-
back
if
and
they're
they and
play-
if they can win
this
one more,
game,
yeah, if they can
and he
win
comes
one
back,
more, there's a chance
they
that
can
all
win the
three
division.
teams tie, and I think the Texans
come
own the
to-
tiebreaker over both.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
go Texans.
Are we going to the toilet bowl first pick in the draft bowl next with Arizona v Chicago? Is that
Oh, I thought we were gonna go the bowl of who could beat average teams better.
Who could,
I feel like
who could
that,
lose
I
to
feel
good
like that's
teams
the
more?
best. I feel like that's the best
Okay.
game. So
Yeah, yeah.
we'll save that for last.
No, that's the second best game. Look at the
Oh,
very
yeah,
look at the very
okay.
bottom.
Yeah, that's the best game.
So
That's the best game.
yeah, bowl for up there, number one pick. Cardinals, Rams, Bears -4. Over under 43.
That is crazy. There
It's in
must
Chicago though.
there
so-
must
In
be
Chicago.
There must be weather, and Fields is playing correct. Fields, that was a tough loss.
They've looked good though.
They've looked
They've looked
good.
good.
I don't think you can say that. You can't say they look good and they score 14 points. Can't win that game.
But that's Cleveland.
Yes.
And their defense also did pretty well against Cleveland.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm kind of tired of like the field support. Like, where has he done to show that he can play in the NFL? Like,
They've done what they
but-
need to so far. So last year, no receivers, no O-line. This year, no O-line. You have
One
a
receiver.
I just
Yeah.
don't think he's
Defense is
that-
better.
I just think he's just too inconsistent for me. Like, I wouldn't go forward with him.
I'd take him over Kenny Pickett right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's
I'd
different.
take
I'll
a
take
lot of
him
backups
over Kenny Pickett.
I'd take. Here's the main question.
I'd take Eddie over Kenny Pickett.
Thank you. Thank you. My hands
Rafa.
might be
Both
better.
of them.
Fuck, I'll put Rafa back
Yeah.
there.
But here's the real question: would you take Fields over Caleb?
I want to ask this guy
Yeah.
what he thinks.
I would stick with Justin Fields if I was the
Yes.
Future GM.
Yes.
You have like 4 quarterbacks coming out this year that are, I think, really good. That's just.
I think there's more of a need with your first pick than there is a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can finagle that like how you did last year.
if you
But if you stick with
get a
him-
Marvin Harrison, okay, and
Yeah.
you add offensive linemen to protect Fields, I think that's because otherwise, what quarterback?
Okay.
Listen, he's Fields is rumored to go to the Raiders,
Atlanta,
Pittsburgh. Those are the 3 big teams that he's all rumored to go.
The Jets have now jumped in.
Oh, really?
They want to do the Zach Wilson experiment again, but
with Justin
he
Fields.
gets a sip.
Wow, that's a crazy experiment. But to me, I would not get rid of him. Jameson said it right. He is proven when he has a chance to do something. He has a great arm. The guy is crazy athletic.
Great pocket presence.
Yeah.
Okay, but imagine the backlash if they stick with him
And what?
Caleb or Drake May or any of this end up being really good.
I don't think I don't think it's as big of an issue of them being good as the Bears. If they stick with Justin and they make the playoffs, it doesn't matter how good Caleb.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
Drake
saying
are.
if he doesn't play good,
then you're running
then
into
But does the GM have the balls to do it? Because that to me would be tough to pass up on these quarterbacks.
Ryan Poles is a big Bears fan, or big Fields fan. If you listen to any interview he does, he loves Justin. The coach, Eberflus, is not a fan. Poles wasn't the one that hired Eberflus. I think Eberflus is done
he was
after
already
this year.
Yeah, he should be.
There's
gone.
definitely one franchise quarterback, at least one franchise quarterback at this test draft.
Yeah,
I don't think either one's Caleb.
No, I agree.
It's not Caleb.
if you had to pick, I mean,
It's not. I'm just sorry.
Jaden.
And it's not because
Jaden and Drake.
because of his talent.
It's his attitude.
Caleb is the most talented, or him and Jaden are extremely talented, but it's his demeanor. It's his demeanor. It's his body language. And most likely he's going to go to a team that's not very good.
Yeah.
And we've seen him jump in the stands crying to his mom. I mean, I've seen the 100 selfies in the elevator by himself. My quarterback can't take selfies in the elevator, man.
that's a different time.
That's so random.
That's like
Why didn't
stuff
you
like
draft
that.
Caleb?
This
Why
guy,
did you draft Caleb in 1, man?
the elevator pick, man,
The
can't do it.
elevator pick.
One too many. One too many pictures.
I'm dead serious about this, by the way.
Exactly. That's why we're making fun of
100%
it.
means it.
I am dead serious. I do not want,
But
I want my
you have to know
quarterback
that-
sending dick pics to the fucking,
Well,
Brett
that is-
Favre.
What, you want Brett Favre?
Brett
Yes.
Favre. Oh my god.
So
Just saying.
look at it like this, though. The Bears win. They have the second pick. The Cardinals have the first pick. Cardinals aren't moving off Kyler. Kyler's been balling. Proves he's still the guy there.
I would move off him too. I think.
You can't.
You can't because the
can't.
amount of money you're
Because the
paying
money
him
you
too.
can, but if it was me, I
So
would
now
do it.
you have two picks. 1 and 2 are then Arizona and
unless
the Bears.
they traded
And-
back.
yeah, but I don't think the Bears, if they're sitting at 2, draft a quarterback. I think the Bears want to win this game, so then they don't have to have the whole Caleb Williams debate after. But who's the next team after those top 2 picks?
Patriots.
The
They're gonna
Patriots.
get a
So then the
quarterback.
Patriots have their pick of quarterback.
Caleb doesn't fit that system though.
Well, it's
it's-
going to
We
be a
don't
new
know.
system.
We
It's
don't
gonna
know
be a
what
new
the system
system.
is. That's the crazy.
They're going to take the white guy. Let's be real, but
100%.
they're going to take the white guy.
100. I mean,
They may not. It might not
it's
even be Drake
Boston.
May. It might be someone else.
It
Like,
is Boston, man. Yes.
Rafa also
Come
agreed.
on, man.
He said Fields all day. Bears need an O-line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's also said Caleb Williams. He stays home and cuddles with his doggy.
Hey, come on, man.
Probably fucked
Don't
He has to remind you that
don't doggy
on,
shame. Don't cuddle doggy shame.
that's SC's elite player, by the way, is what he said.
I mean, he did win the Heisman, tricksters.
So did Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, God. That's twice today. I've got Jamarcus Russell thrown in my
The name
effing
should
face.
not be spoken of.
Yes.
Jamarcus Russell.
We do not speak of him.
Like
of
the
his,
boogeyman. You
yes,
don't-
he is the boogeyman, 100%. So, do we have a pick in this game?
Is there a blue
I like the Bears.
I like the Bears
Rafa's
too.
being a conservative this week, I guess.
I think in this game, some stats. The Cardinals are on a 6-1 under run on the road this season, and the Bears are on a 6-1 under run the last 7. So if you want to slightly into the under, you could take that. But I think the Bears.
I can't imagine
Weather-
that the weather's going to be good either
Yeah.
in Chicago. So there you go. I'll say it again, Chicago.
And then we have the game. The who can beat average teams best? Cowboys and Dolphins. Dolphins minus 1.5 at home.
I'm calling it the fraud bowl.
Over under.
Who's
50.
the real fraud here? Is
But
it Miami?
If you win, are you the not fraud?
You're the king of beating the frauds.
but if you lose, are you
the real
the
fraud?
real fraud?
It is kind of confusing, but it should be the fraud bowl, 100%. Should it not? So you have Dallas in Miami, both 10-4 records. Miami, are they still 1.5? Any money?
Yeah.
Still 1.5.
I like the Dolphins, to be honest. Only because of the fact that they can run the ball better than the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys struggle. Whenever they lose these games or any game, it's the run game. They cannot stop the run.
Dolphins are expected to be fully healthy too.
Yeah, the Bills ran the ball all over them, and Bills can't run the ball.
No.
That says
James bald.
that says a lot.
Achan's expected to play. Mostert's on a fucking tear,
I'll just go
Jeez.
jet sweep with Tyreek Hill every single play.
dude. Everything. And then when they figure that out, Jalen Waddle the other way.
Miami is also 5-2 against the spread at home, and 9-5 against the spread overall.
It's going to be a very entertaining. Congrats to Tyreek Hill, by the way, for having a 7th child. 3 this year's. Third different baby
Hey, if my
mother
wide
this
receiver
year.
won,
Dude, he
not
seems
have
like
several
such a
baby
nice
mamas.
guy on Hard Knocks. He seems
No.
like the most genuine
Listen,
nice guy.
I'm not saying he's not. I genuinely want to give him a congratulations. No,
So,
and he does awesome. Have you seen him talk to kids at camp?
Yeah.
He's really good at that shit, too. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
saying to them in his head, "You're gonna be calling me daddy soon."
Oh my god.
Zing! Wow. But any other analysis on this game?
I like the Dolphins.
I like the Dolphins.
I like the Fins. Go Fins.
So it's like a group blue chip.
a group chip.
Everyone's
group
taking
chip.
the Dolphins. Group chip.
group chip.
Dolphins minus 1.5.
What's Rafa's take on this game?
Yeah, what's going on with him? Freaking guy.
Or can you not talk about Miami Dolphins because he's in Miami? This is a contractual thing.
Freaking guy. Homer.
Yes, come on, man. Rafa, where you at, man?
Come on, man.
Fraud.
Fraud. And then
Come on, man.
Sunday Night Football, we have the Patriots at the Broncos. Broncos -7, over under 35.
Why are they doing this like this on Christmas Eve?
I thought they would flex
Or
this.
on Christmas.
How do you not flex Miami?
Christmas Eve.
And
You flex so many different games.
yes, this is
You know what
so
they
bad.
thought? You know, all the families would be hating each other. The booze are going to be flowing, so no one's going to pay attention.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I want to watch? I want to watch the Patriots and Broncos.
I want to see
right
Sean
now.
Payton rip Russell Wilson's ass on the sideline again. Actually,
I want him to like go up and just like bitch slap him,
Yeah,
like an old lady bitch slap. Like,
Yeah,
Do you guys think he changed the play?
I think
100%.
yes, I do.
His
I
reaction
do.
says that
I
he
do
did.
because Sean Payton's like, I'm tired of you making me look like a bad freaking coach, man. You freaking doucher.
That's what he called him, you think?
I
You
read his
freaking
lips.
doucher?
You freaking doucher. I'm pretty sure he called him a doucher. But yeah, New
Come on,
England,
man.
New England, 3-11, Denver 7-7. I mean, this is if that was the fraud bowl, this
Is a blue
is.
chip here?
I don't give a fuck bowl. Yeah,
dude, it's like every week we have too many blue chips.
The Patriots are 3-14-1 against the spread in their last 16 games.
I didn't hear a
And-
fucking word you said because I don't give a fuck about this game. Say it again. I'm sorry.
The Patriots are 3-14-1 against the spread in their last 18 games, and they're in Denver.
Is there any way the Patriots get the number 1 pick if the Bears win?
No, because the Cardinals would beat. The Cardinals will lose to the Bears.
Yeah, but how many wins do the Patriots have?
3.
Oh, and the other 2 have 2?
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a chance they can get the 2nd pick, right?
Listen,
I
it's.
think if the Bears
fight
lose,
for the
yeah, I
first
do.
pick.
It was
Dude,
always
Jesus.
Drake May to the Patriots. It was always Drake May to the Patriots.
Wouldn't it be the most Patriots thing that they just 3rd pick, no quarterback take, and they go like Bo Nix?
Oh,
That'd be the most
man.
Patriots
That
thing
would
to
be.
do.
That would be like Keith Van Horn.
Or trade out.
You guys don't know
Oh.
that.
Pick like a defensive like back.
they go Joe Alt, offensive tackle.
Yes, at quarterback though, they're gonna actually have him play quarterback.
Bailey Zappi's the future. Wait, you'll see.
No, that is a Boston thing. Faux show. No,
No pick here. This is for me not touch this game. This is the under.
and then is there last game, or is there 2 more
There's
games?
2
We
more.
have 3
Three.
more. This is Chris. We got the Christmas Day games. Starting off Christmas, Raiders versus Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah.
Chiefs minus 10.
Christmas?
Yeah. Over under 41. Rafa has a blue chip in every single one of the Christmas games, by the way.
Yes, let's hear it, Rafa. I know what I know. I don't even have to guess.
This is like Chiefs minus 30 pick.
Yeah. Chiefs minus 10.
yes. Guys, what's your feelings on this? Listen, I know I'm a Raider fan.
Dude, I like the Raiders in this game. I don't know why.
Don't take the Raiders.
Like the Raiders.
They've been bad all year. The Raiders have, but the Chiefs have been just as bad on offense.
Games.
Just as bad. And I haven't seen another quarterback fall from grace so fast.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
He's
I don't think
fallen from grace.
Maybe he's like tumbling a little
You're
bit.
calling him washed right now.
He's like, ooh.
I'm not saying
He's performing how he should.
I'm talking about his I'm talking about his
He ain't no Gail Lewis.
I'm talking about his social status, his his image, not his play.
Oh, because of the whole offsides thing?
It's just the consistent whining and bitching.
Well,
he's the Phillip Rivers of fucking
Careful.
of the AFC West.
Before Taylor Swift, all good. After Taylor Swift, bullshit.
100%.
Just saying.
Here we go.
Fucking Swifty over there.
Finally, right here.
All right, look, I'm hearing a lot of hate over there. Look, I respect you a lot.
Big John, Chiefs
He's
fan.
coming in hot.
Oh no, hold on. The Chiefs fan as of 2016.
Look, hey, context.
Damn.
That shit don't matter. All right, listen.
Let's talk about it, Big John.
All right, look, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift either. But at the end of the day, she's just somebody watching the game, supporting her boyfriend. I don't care.
That's a
It's
fact.
about football.
That's
It's
bullshit.
about football.
I agree.
Because at the end of the day, I don't turn on the TV to watch her support somebody.
You know who I
turn on
blame?
the
You know
TV
what?
to
Kadarius
watch them
Toney.
And here,
play.
And I
so
don't turn
and
on the
here's
TV to watch
let
Travis
me
Kelce on
retort.
doing fucking
Let
vaccine
me retort
commercials.
because I agree with everything that you said there, Big John. It is about football. It's not about Taylor Swift. It's not about Allstate. It's not about Pfizer. It's not about fucking shoes.
Go
Not
off.
about the podcast.
It's not about the fucking podcast.
Go
The
off.
Chiefs do everything
But play
except
football.
fucking play fucking football.
Go to fuck off.
Okay.
Okay?
Look.
It's not about TikTok with
every
your gay
time-
brother.
Every time every time I turn on the fucking TV,
Let him cook.
Kelsey on fucking showing his 2 Band-Aids. My home's car and then fucking insurance.
My auto?
My home's and auto. It's constant, man. There's a reason Joe fucking Stud doesn't do from the Bengals.
Joe Cool, baby.
Joe
LSU.
Cool.
Suck
There's a
that
reason
tiger dick,
he does-
bitch.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Wow.
Rated R. You thought Rafa was the fucking problem on this show. No, but Big John, it's true, man. It's like NSYNC or fucking Backstreet Boys. They have saturated your TV, so it's almost impossible not to fucking like the Chiefs. Go ahead.
Now, Big John, I want to ask you this. I don't remember if you guys recall this, but the reports Travis Kelce was considering retiring after winning the Super Bowl. Do you think it truly? Because he says,
I heard Jason, not Travis.
Travis went on a podcast and said, the bumps and bruises are starting to hurt more. The vaccine's starting to, take its toll on me. The whole thing. But
Surprise.
Mr. Pfizer basically said, I'm hurting. His biggest issue, it does look like he doesn't take hits the way he used to. I mean, I watched that.
Or catch as many balls.
I watched the Buffalo.
Giggity.
I watched the Buffalo game.
Taylor's
He got
balls.
popped barely, and it took him a second to get up. Do you think, this is kind of the tailspin of Travis Kelce?
I don't think it's that. I just think he's suffering from not having weapons around him. Like last year, they were able to survive that.
Juju
So they had
Smith.
Juju Smith.
Juju that's the thing. I think
This
they
year-
need like a C+ level receiver.
This year they have Kadarius Toney, who's
trash.
I mean, my God, that dude is
Rashid Rice, I think is a
But
step
he's
in the
not
right
number one
direction, but
receiver.
he's not.
number 2 either.
That's why you should have brought back Juju. I think would have been the smart move.
you could have brought anyone.
You could have gone like a Sterling Shepard, a guy like that.
You're trying to make
D Hop was
Mahomes make
available.
all these plays.
Here's my ultimate, test on whether you miss somebody, right? Tyreek goes to Miami, right? Who do they draft? Sky Moore. Supposed to be the next Tyreek,
the speed guy,
right?
yeah.
The speed guy. And then you go get Kadarius Toney. Very much like Tyreek. It's like when you break up with that girlfriend. I hate that bitch. That bitch, all she gave me was problems. But then all you do is date bitches that look exactly like her, but she ain't her. And that's what the fucking Kansas City Chiefs have done. They regret not fucking signing Tyreek, which everyone should. That guy is effing amazing. at having kids as well.
But moving on from Tyreek worked. I think it's tough to say that
They
won a Super Bowl.
Okay,
They won a Super Bowl.
Rafa's yelling, but they won a Super Bowl.
Yes, but this year it's hurting more than usual because they don't have anyone.
I think they made the mistake. They thought they could get away because there was the whole like trying to build a Tyreek Hill, kind of like the Moneyball. You know, let's make Tyreek Hill.
With like
we
4
have
players.
Travis Kelce, so
Yeah.
you know
Let's
you had Juju who's going to get the catches.
3 guys like him to make one Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you know, Kadarius Toney, MVS, and Sky Moore were supposed to be these speed guys. You have Juju, who's the possession guy. I think the issue, you have a bunch of speed guys. Like Rice is like another quick guy. Kelce is 33, 34, 32.
34.
He's old. You need another receiver, like a possession receiver.
Besides Kelsey, not one.
And it's like, I think without Taylor Swift too, without our queen,
So here we go.
she does bring this element of like,
Swiftie.
oh, I love her, dude. Love her. She does bring this element of like, you know, all we hear is Travis. Travis has quietly had the best year tight end has had in the league this year.
Who?
Travis, in terms of yards and catches, Travis,
Bullshit.
He's only like 100 yards away from another 1,000-yard season.
yeah, Travis. It's just
And
he's
that's
not getting the stat that's the glaring one. He doesn't have touchdowns this year.
Oh, yeah, he
and
has
that, the whole
that's kicking my
the
ass
whole
because I drafted him in the second round.
The
and I-
whole Kansas City touchdown thing is just down.
Do you have one big target in red zone?
Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna focus on Kelsey in red zone.
Did you guys see the meme of Mahomes, what he got for his offensive line? Got him a bunch of awesome golf carts. And then the present he got for his receivers was a bunch of jugs machines.
Should have gotten Kadarius Toney of set glasses.
Listen, I know. Yes. They should have cut Kadarius Toney weeks ago.
The way they came out and defended him.
Weeks ago, they should have got rid of
Like
him.
Big John, how do you feel about that? Like Andy Reid and Mahomes, and they're like, you know, he's still developing the whole thing.
Look, I'm a fan of Kadarius Toney. Like, I feel like when we got him last year, he immediately came in like and showed that he's capable of being a skillful receiver that can play well. But this year,
he doesn't.
He's been in. No. He does though. He does like.
That bullshit.
In, like, clutch moments, he'll show up. Like,
Come
let's
on,
not forget
man.
what he did in the Super Bowl.
Oh, he showed up in a clutch moment. Offsides.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Look, I'll be honest. As a receiver, you have to know where to line up. I'll be honest.
No
This
cap,
year,
no
he's-
cap.
No cap.
No
This
cap.
year, I don't think it's a matter of, like, his physical play. I just think he's literally, like, playing like
in
he's
his
on
own head.
airplane mode or
His-
something. Like,
his
he's
head
just
is
going
just-
through the motions or something. Like,
He did it with the Giants.
I just feel like, but, like,
I
when you're
agree.
playing- when you're playing for Daniel Jones and then you're playing with Mahomes, you have to have a different
the
mentality.
pressure's
Like,
different.
You're like, okay, well, look, we just came off winning a Super Bowl. We can go again, and I could be that guy. Like, that's what should be going through his head as soon as the season ended. He like, I'm that guy now. I got to pick it up. But here he's like, oh, well, now I'm just not even playing.
Yeah, let's get off Kadarius Toney talk.
He's so trash.
Let's finish these 2 games. Do we have enough battery to finish these 2 games? Eddie Money, then we'll take a break. Then we'll have CJ come on and explain our difficult giveaway.
So yeah, to start off Christmas Day, we had the Chiefs -10. Next afternoon game, we have the Giants and Eagles. Eagles -13.5. Over under 43.
What do we got?
Yeah, Rafa is
Jake-
taking the Eagles -13.5.
Wow.
You jumped the blue chip bell. You couldn't hear anything Eddie said.
Sorry about that.
It's my
Ring it
first
again.
time.
Ring it again, and then let Eddie Money. Blue chip, baby.
Rafa's taking the Eagles -13.5 at home against the Giants on Christmas Day.
It's a big number.
Man, Christmas Day. Eagles are in desperate need.
They're just beat up. It looks like they're just like going through like
Desperate need of a
rough
win. That is a big number.
Did you see the report that apparently Jalen Hurts is not being an outspoken leader in the locker room?
Yeah, the reports came out today that there is internal concern among coaches and executives about Jalen Hurts as a player and a leader. It's like the kiss of death right there, dude.
Man.
They
And
said Super Bowl Jalen's a different guy.
He's Mr.
Yeah.
Quote. Mr. had the best quotes ever.
He is. He does speak in Instagram captions.
he does, but everyone thought that was
A facade.
sort of. No, everyone thought that was a strength. He's even keeled. He's always soft spoken. He's never too high. He's never too low. But it is getting sort of very
old.
He just
Bible
talks
quotey.
You need some energy from your quarterback. I feel like
He just talks so soft in the microphone.
Yeah.
You know who else did this? Michael Jackson. He had issues.
Ooh.
So
Hey, but you know what? But you know
It's
what?
an insane comparison.
Insane comparison. But you know what? Michael Jackson was the greatest at his time, and possibly
Yes.
all time. So I'll give him
Yes.
that.
Jalen Hurts is maybe like 10 right now. So
In the
Well,
league,
that's Rafa's blue chip. I don't question Rafa's blue chips. They always seem to defy gravity. Let's go on to the biggest game, the last game,
Best
possible
game of the
Super
Super
Bowl preview.
Monday Night Football. We
Here
got the
comes CJ.
Ravens versus the 49ers. 49ers minus 5.5
Woo!
at home. Over under 47.
Ring the bell because we know Rafa has a freaking blue chip for this.
can I guess?
Yeah. What do you? Well, first off, what's everyone's take on this game, and then I'll give the blue chip.
Okay, who wants to go first with their take on this game, real quick?
Let's go CJ last.
Yes.
I'll start it. I like the Bears. I like the Niners big. I like the Niners by +2 scores.
Wow. Can you
Yeah.
break that down a little bit?
The defense is playing balls out lately.
You love balls out.
I know I do. God.
I know I do.
That's exactly how you sound.
I like balls out.
No, but you saw it last week with the Ravens. And anytime the Ravens face a good pass rush, Lamar does look a little pedestrian. Now they've figured out a way to win those games. The Niners are a different story. And the Niners offensive line has been playing better than anyone by a mile. Ayuk is as hot as he can be. Debo's as hot as he can be. Kittle is as hot. Like they're getting hot at the right time. Like they've been great all year. Now we've seen this last month. They've taken it to like another level.
You know what this game reminds me of? But this is, at San Francisco. And I said I would address my Brock Purdy hate. I'm going to address it. The guy has been very, very good. I said he sucked. I said he would struggle against Cleveland, which he fucking did, which I was proven right. He had a couple bad games. He had that 3-game losing streak. I saw a stat that he leads the league in yardage, but is last in the league
In
attempts, which tells me, that his fucking receivers are fucking awesome. And we've also
they're wide open on the field.
They're wide out.
Guys
Yes.
are falling down.
and then
it's
getting
so
up
hard to
and
score.
fucking going in for touchdowns. Here's my fucking pick. I got the fucking Ravens. John Harbaugh, and I'm going to be proven again right. You thought I was going to apologize. Brock Purdy still fucking sucks. He's going to fucking struggle against the fucking Ravens. That defense is going to show up. I still have not seen Brock Purdy win a fucking game coming from 10 points behind in the fourth quarter. He hasn't proven to me. He's proven to me that he's very good with the lead. He's very good with the best left tackle in the game. He's very good with the best running back in the game, with the top 5 receiver in the game, top 1 defense, and top 5 fucking tight end in the game.
Sounds like a Super Bowl team to me, baby.
No,
That sounds like a NFC Championship team right there.
it does. It does. And I do think they will be in the Super Bowl.
You got Che twitching. over
I
there.
fucking think
He's like,
that Brock Purdy is going to get a little bit exposed. He will struggle this game. And Kyle Hamilton is a fucking stud if he's playing. Hopefully he's playing. From Notre Dame, the stud. Go ahead.
I agree weirdly with your take. I like the Ravens with the points. I like Lamar a lot. Like I think for me he's my MVP.
He's gotten
Kinda
better,
has
man.
to be.
He's the real MVP.
I think he should.
Well,
be
right now
MVP.
is Brock Purdy favored. Which
Brock Purdy
makes-
is if he wins MVP, it'll be the most fake MVP
It's
ever.
a Gino Toretta fucking Heisman. It's a fucking it's one of those. And Gino Toretta, what did he do? He threw it to 3 receivers on fucking jailbreak screens and fucking hitches, and they went for fucking 90 yards. And that's why Gino Toretta
it's like
fucking
if
won the
Tua
Heisman.
won the Heisman. Tua shouldn't be, or Tua wins the MVP. He shouldn't be the MVP.
Yeah.
It
It's
should be
Tyreek, 100%.
I think Ravens D puts on a masterclass.
Let's
this
hear
weekend.
Jameson's take on this game, if you can. Just a take.
I'm with the Ravens as well. I think if Lamar's can effectively run the ball and move the pocket, I think the Niners are gonna have a tough day. And like you said, we haven't seen Brock come back from a deficit.
Yeah, and really and he's had. Listen, guys, I'm not saying. When I say he sucks, I'm obviously playing up my take. He doesn't suck. He's been very good, but I don't think he's an upper echelon Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, MVP type quarterback. He's just not.
He's insanely average.
There you go.
He makes the throws he needs to make.
With the overly insane best fucking roster on maybe ever put together on a fucking NFL fucking football field.
Really quick before we get to Che, you know who else won a Super Bowl with a great roster and was super average?
Trent Dilfer?
Trent Dilfer.
Bang,
Nick
bang.
Foles.
Nick
Joe
Foles.
Flacco.
Oh, let's not talk about Big Dick Nick like that, okay?
Rings talk.
All right, let's give Che argue with Rafa all the way from fucking Miami.
So I'm gonna go with the Brock Purdy thing first. It pisses me off because nobody understands. If we're down 2-3 touchdowns, we're fucking losing. That's not what he's there for. He's there to game manage. I'm so sick of people. Oh my God, he just game managed. Yes, that's what the fuck he is. He's a game manager. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep game managing and winning, unlike your team. So now I get into the game. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. Niners all fucking day. Get the fuck out of here. We're at home, -5, whatever the fuck it is. We're going to beat the shit out of this team. We're hitting a new level. You guys have said it already. Our defense is off the fucking chain. Lamar can suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. Bang, bang, go Niners all day. You already know the deal. 2+ touchdowns. We're going to fucking kill the
Why
Ravens.
we need 2 cameras, because you missed all the
You missed the
snapping
snaps and everything.
yes. There was 8 snaps and 3 fucking head nods. Yeah.
Che's shirt says Yas Queen.
Any money?
Luke has a KKK hoodie in his car.
Okay, that was insane.
That was way too far.
Wow.
Way too far. You guys call me a ninja every episode.
Well, going back to the game,
Cancelled.
I like the 5.5. I like the 5.5 on the Ravens. Harbaugh just against the spread as an underdog. He's always in the positive. So that's what I'm going to take there. Regardless of all stats, everything that. Vegas always knows something. They always know something.
Yes, they do. Go ahead
So I
and
always
ring
go
the
with the
bell.
book.
Oh, you going with the Ravens. Ring the bell. Let's give Rafa's pick. Blue chip, baby. Biggest game of the year. What is Rafa's pick, man?
Rafa is also taking the Ravens.
Yes. Oh, I love it, guys. I love it. Guys,
The Ravens, by the way, Ravens are 19-3-1 against the spread in their last 23 games as an underdog.
woo! How about that for a golden nugget?
Yes.
Guys, we're going to take a short, quick break. Come back. We are going to tell you how to enter the Two Nobodies holiday giveaway. CJ's going to get here, sit in camera. Then we're going to have Luke. Come on. Let's give a round of applause to Hakatomi Plaza.
No Two Nobodies parlay.
Oh, Two Nobodies parlay,
I
man.
totally forgot. This could be our biggest parlay of all time.
Yes.
We got to get Jameson in on this.
By the way,
I don't
you
know.
guys-
Can he? I don't
Oh,
know.
can you?
I don't know.
He cannot.
No. We cannot. That's
Just kidding, NCAA.
Yeah.
That was a test and he passed.
Yes, that's the peanut butter and tuna fish sandwich that we don't want to eat.
By the way, we don't always have to take over-unders or spreads. You guys can take money lines as well.
Yes.
Just a friendly reminder.
I want to go first. I want to pick the Ravens plus 5.5. Rafa's blue chip.
Are we trying to stick to all Sundays? Sunday, Saturday?
I don't think we are.
Okay.
Ooh.
not.
Let's
Let's
just
spread
do
it out.
Let's spread it
Spread it
out.
out.
Spread it out. Who's next?
I will take the Steelers plus the 3. Line has moved to 3. So I will take the Steelers plus 3 against the Bengals tomorrow.
Woo. There you go.
I'm going to take Colts money line.
Colts money line.
I like it.
Plus money.
That
I
pick.
like it.
I like
Plus
that
money.
pick a lot.
You know what? I'm going to take Steelers money line.
Oh,
This is going to be a big one.
Oh,
Pause.
I want to take Raven. No. Give me those 5.5.
give me the Vikings plus 4.
Yes.
Get in the water. It's over.
CJ.
Round robin.
CJ
guys.
wants to do San Francisco minus 5.5 in the same parlay. He wants to cancel out our parlay in the
Is
parlay.
that possible?
Yes.
Can we win both somehow?
Guys.
Go ahead, CJ.
Do you have a pick?
I don't have a pick.
Oh,
Big
see,
John?
that's why I wanted to go first, by the way.
Big John, you got one?
14 where?
Sonny, you got anything?
No,
No,
he does
no.
not.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking Puerto Rico over Honduras in February at the PanAm Games.
Trying to get us canceled out here.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's.
All right, so we got a 4-leg parlay at plus 1,600 odds.
I love it.
So we got Baltimore plus 5.5, Pittsburgh money line, Colts money line, and the Vikings +4.
Oof. I like it, guys. That is your two nobodies NFL group parlay.
And
Good
then,
luck.
Real quick, I'll also go over our blue chips and our red chips. So for NFL Week 16, we have the Bengals and Steelers under 38, Browns -2.5, Titans +3, Eagles -13.5, Chiefs -10, Ravens +5.5, and for the red chips, we got Colts +2.5, the Lions and Vikings over 47.5, and a group chip of Dolphins -1.5.
I love the
Group chip.
I love it.
Bang, bang.
Guys, little small break. Please come back. We'll explain our holiday giveaway. Stay tuned. Everybody, the two nobodies with the mic, episode 62. Guys, we just did our NFL recap. We did You're Fired. Now we're gonna get into. I told you guys we had put a holiday giveaway, $1,000 to a lucky listener. I guess things got confusing.
Yeah.
So CJ is going to tell you we will give this away next Friday, no matter what. If you guys don't get it, then you don't deserve $1,000, basically.
Why does Jacob look a little different?
Yeah, Jacob. Yes.
Oh, I got burned.
Tanning booth. He's off Ozempic and got a tan. Guys, this is CJ, associate producer. This is why we can make off-color racist jokes, because we have a black guy in our presence. Yes, zing.
Zinger.
So, CJ, can you explain to the people our 1,000 holiday giveaway? How do they go about entering, and what exactly do they need to do? Clip this shit, Eddie.
Very simple. All right, so you're going to go to our Instagram, our YouTube, our TikTok. It's in our link tree. Any of those are in our bio. It's in our link tree. click To Nobody's link tree. Once you get in the link tree, you're going to see our $1,000 giveaway form. It's simple Google form. You click the Google form. Big thing that's all throughout the Google form. Your YouTube account must be public to enter the raffle. You have to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X. I don't think we have X on there. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Put all of your handles in there. Again, make sure your YouTube account is public so we can put it in there. Once you do all of that, put your name and email. That's how we're going to contact you if you win, and that's how we're going to put your name on the raffle. And we'll give it out next Friday.
$1,000, man. You guys clip that. We will send it out. We'll get that clip going in the morning. Can't wait to listen. It'll be after Christmas, but it will be to replenish the funds, like a good Gatorade.
Yeah, everybody needs $1,000.
Yes, a good Gatorade or
some New Year's money for the bar.
Exactly.
There you go, man.
Some New Year's.
So what you would do if you win? Bet it all on Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
14
When
and a
they
half.
win, then you go out to the bars.
Go Dogs.
And then you bet it all against whatever SEC team is playing.
Wow, we're not going to go there. We don't need Rafa taking a private jet over here. So, guys, we're going to get into our bowl games. We're not going to go over them all. First off, we have some sort of Pac-12 news, sort of West Coast Conference news. Oregon State and Wazoo, Washington State, are going to join the West Coast Conference.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Except for football and baseball.
I think Dub C, Mac-10, and Ice Cube are the commissioners of the WCC conference. I think that's what that is. West Coast Connection.
West Coast Connection.
But there's a caveat.
Yeah.
What is it?
Football and baseball are still in limbo. Rumor is they'll be joining the Big 12.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Listen, when we get into these crazy heated discussions with Rafa about Pac-12, SEC, Big 10, I happen to lean on CJ's side. Rafa, big Pac-12 hater, which I agree they've been bad for 15 years ever since SC has not been SC. But this year, I do agree that the Pac-12
It's just better.
was better than
not.
Big 10.
They keep Rafa and
Not
Rafa,
better than the SEC.
No, we're not saying that. We're saying that the Big Ten and the Pac-12 this year are very comparable. And guess what? Rafa always says, the people who make the decisions. Well, guess what, Rafa? The people who make the decisions agree with me because where is Washington? Right behind Michigan. Where is Oregon? Right behind Ohio State. Where is Arizona? Right behind Penn State. And where is Oregon State? Right behind Iowa. All of the Big Ten teams and all the Pac-12 teams can be compared right next to each other. The SEC is unmatched. We're going to say it. It's unmatched. But the Pac-12 this year in 2023, we're not talking about 2022, 2021, or 1995. 2023, the Pac-12 is the second best conference. Period, point blank.
Wow. Is there like a TikTok sort of like, what's that filter where you could make someone do this while the fucking... I mean, you have that movement going down, CJ.
It's in his genes.
Yes, it's in the genes. Yes. I tend to agree with you. I hope Washington wins it all. But let's get into some bowl games. Guys, like I said, we're not going to go over all of them. Saturday.
I'll go over the ones with blue chips, which I have on my screen.
There you go.
So Saturday we have James Madison at Air Force, over under 41. James Madison favored by 1.5.
This is the blue chip?
Yeah, let me
ring the bell, man.
Wait, first I want to see if you guys can guess.
What
under.
I'm going to go Air Force.
Yeah, I like Air Force.
Rafa's taking James Madison minus 1.5.
Wow. You
And
know
also,
what?
he said in the same text, he said, I'm taking James Madison just to spite CJ.
Yes, I agree with that. That is, I love, everyone loves when CJ and Rafa, except my neighbors. They don't love when they start arguing.
They're like, why are those two gays fighting again?
And why is that KKK member standing right next to us?
What? Yes, we are off the charts this week.
Also on Saturday, we got Utah minus 6.5 at Northwestern, over under 41.5.
Can we give a round of applause to Northwestern for making a bowl game under like crazy ass conditions? We have a family friend that goes there. They went through some hard times, still won 6 games under complete duress. Northwestern, great school. And I'm glad to see, I think if you could make it to a bowl game after the shit they went through this past offseason, I think things are looking up. And we'll see what happens going forward. But on to the next one.
But Rafa is taking Utah minus 6.5.
That being said, Utah. Yeah, for sure.
Congrats for what Northwestern did, but no one cares when it comes to betting.
Yeah, for sure. Utah is, I would say underachieved. I think you had them in the.
Oh, I'm taking a pie to the face for him.
Oh yeah. Good for you. Next one, Eddie Money.
Next one's not till Wednesday, but I think Tuesday has a good game, or at least an interesting game. Kansas minus 13 versus UNLV. Over under 67.5.
Jeez.
Big number there. Kansas.
What is that bowl? Do we have the name of that bowl?
It's the shoelace.
The names,
cricket bowl.
the names of these bowls are just the legendary Toastery Bowl. I mean, my goodness, it's just ridiculous. The Duke Mayo Bowl.
I don't like the Mayo Bowl.
I don't like Mayo.
I don't like seeing it.
Period.
This is the
Mayo's disgusting.
this is the guaranteed rate bowl.
Wait, it's the what?
Wait, what's the what?
Guaranteed rate bowl.
Rate? As in T?
RAPE?
No, what?
RATE.
Oh, did you hear what I heard?
We thought you were joking.
We thought you were joking.
Guaranteed rate bowl,
Rate
like mortgage
bowl.
rate.
Why would I say that, guys?
That's why we all our fucking jaws dropped right now. Okay, skip that fucking question. Wow, detour, fucking exit right.
Yeah.
Take two, everyone. Take two.
Going to Wednesday though, in the Texas Bowl, Texas A&M plays Oklahoma State, favored by 2, over under of 53.
This is a guaranteed assault bowl.
Where's the Ray Rice Bowl?
The Ray Rice Bowl.
Rafa is taking Texas A&M. He's taking the 2 points in this game against Oklahoma State.
Okay, come on, guys. We got to cover the Duke Mayo Bowl, North Carolina, West Virginia.
Why?
Because
Who said why?
I
UNC.
said so.
Oh,
Is Drake May playing in this game?
I don't even have to look it up to know he's not playing.
no,
really.
he announced he wasn't
He's
playing
not?
like a week ago.
Yeah.
Why would he play?
Because he's a loyal dude.
Yeah, I just hate that because I'm like,
How is
bowl
Drake
games
May
used
as
to
a
be
person?
so entertaining.
He really wants to bring UNC a tub of mayo home, huh?
Yes. Free mail for everybody.
What's your take on bowl games? Bowl games used to be, I feel like, so good like 5
It's
years
over.
ago.
Playoff ruined bowl games.
It's over. The bowl games, it's over.
I don't want to watch
It's
any of it.
over, Johnny. Next game,
You want to
Texas.
talk about the Holiday Bowl?
Always,
Louisville-
Holiday Bowl's always a good bowl.
Louisville minus 7.5 against USC, over under 57.5.
And what does USC stand for? University of Sucking Cock.
I saw it coming. I saw it pause, but I saw it coming.
And I was like, anything but that one. Anything but that one. Listen, Miller Moss or Moss Miller, whatever the F his name is from Alamany, I think SC's going to get their ass kicked.
You do.
I do. I think they're in disarray right now.
Louisville's offense is really bad.
Yeah, Louisville's not very good.
Louisville's offense.
But we'll see. What's the spread on that, Eddie Money?
7.5.
Is Caleb playing?
Just about. Come on.
That's a good one over there. Yeah, that's another. But Holiday Bowl always is a high-scoring game. What's the over-under?
57.5.
57. I would take the over
I would
in
take
that
the over as
game.
well.
Holiday Bowl, for some reason, it's a game that always is good. Since I can remember as a kid. Like, you always had that good Pac-12 team against another good team.
This is a really good offense versus a really bad offense.
Yeah. So I would take the over.
yeah.
I would take the
Quote.
over. That's a green chip. That's my chip. Anything else?
Thursday, we got Big Red, Rutgers -1 versus Miami.
Jacob.
Over under 4.5.
Any takes on that? We know Jacob's taking Rutgers.
They're so fun to watch.
There's just a
Dude,
fun team to watch.
They do the Sopranos intro.
Yes,
before
I
every
love
game.
the
So
Sopranos
amazing.
intro.
They got snubbed.
They got snubbed.
They should have been #1, man.
But Alpha has no blue chip on the Rutgers game.
Nah, I just wanted to see if Jacob wanted to talk about Rutgers.
He does. He's all about
Cover. They're gonna cover. I promise you.
fourth house.
Fourth house on Rutgers.
Yes.
You're about to buy a whole street at the end of this weekend,
Yes.
guys.
We bought a lot of houses today.
But there's weekend.
Freaking Jacob, man, is a mogul this weekend.
And then in that day, Arizona -2.5 against Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl. Over under 52.5.
You know I love me
62
some
and a half.
Jed Fish.
I love me some Jedd Fisch.
I
too.
love Jedd Fisch. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets offered a ton of jobs.
Where would he go though? I feel like everything else at this point is a lateral move. With Arizona going into the Big 12, like where else would he go?
Maybe you might be right. Yeah, you're right. But Arizona is going to be. I don't know. But he just there's a future there with both Servite kids.
Yeah, Fafita
and McLaughlin,
TJ
McMillan. They're studs. That team's playing well. I like Arizona in that game. Not surprising as a Pac-12 homer.
Yep.
Although Rafa is taking Arizona minus 2 against
sir.
Oklahoma.
There you go.
like
Blue
it.
chip that shit, man. Ring that bell. Arizona. On to the next game. What do we got? Eddie Money?
He doesn't have anything for Friday, but Friday we do have some pretty good games.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah. We got to go over Notre Dame, Oregon State.
Yeah.
Is
I don't think neither of them are playing.
Yeah,
Aiden and DJ.
DJ's already
DJ's
gone, right?
Aiden's gone.
Chill is gone.
Aiden Charles is gone. So we don't.
Is
I don't
Sam
know.
Hartman playing?
No.
No, he's sitting.
Why wouldn't he
Okay.
play?
That Sam Hartman, I think that's a game you need to play because you're trying to play yourself
yeah.
into a 3rd round pick right now.
Yeah.
I would say play.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyways, so no feelings in that game. I don't know who all the backup quarterback. You'd think Notre Dame would have some quarterbacks
Somebody.
on that roster, but the kid from Duke is going to be there next year, and I think that's going to work out.
I think it's better than Sam Hartman.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's a lot better than Sam Hartman.
Yeah.
That's a huge pickup for them.
That kid is a stud.
Does Tyler Buckner get let back on the team? He transferred back for lacrosse.
Oh, so he went back to Alabama?
Wow.
No, he's back
Oh,
at
yeah.
Notre Dame.
He's back at Notre Dame for
Back
lacrosse.
at Notre Dame.
For lacrosse.
For lacrosse, though, do you think they let him back on the football team?
Man, Notre Dame.
Shit.
I feel like Notre Dame is one of those teams where, like, you can't play two sports. Like, either you're with us on the football team or on the lacrosse. You know, I don't know how much.
Academics, too.
I don't know how much.
Shoving those sticks.
Wow.
What is
You know
going on
what? It's
with
that
Luke?
seat. It's the
It's the
fucking. It's the
J seat.
The J
I
Feel
seat.
some
J-
sort of power.
Jay's
Yes.
stuff is all over there.
I think they sit on something. That's why.
Something's going on in that seat, man.
So pretty relaxed right now.
All right. We could tell. The sphincter is loose. Memphis, Iowa State. We are not talking about that game.
No, we're not.
Missouri, Ohio State. Let's talk about that. Ohio State, McCord is not there. Who is their quarterback? Who's next up?
Who's next up?
It was number 33. I don't know his name, though.
Number 33?
He wears 33, though.
Oh, my
Oh, I hope he rocks that. for this
Missouri
game.
by a
man.
billion.
I hope he rocks 33
That-
for this game.
That would be freaking
Devin
amazing.
Brown.
Yeah, Devin Brown.
He better wear 33.
I would love that.
That is old school. Like I wore 22 because of Doug Flutie. I played quarterback 8th grade, and I rocked the shit out of 22. Yes, sir. You guys don't even know who fucking Doug Flutie is. Don't tell me yes, sir. You guys do?
You don't know who Doug Flutie is?
See?
You don't know who Doug Flutie
He just
is?
said I didn't know.
You don't know ball.
You don't know.
Hold on.
Doug?
Someone else ask him. You don't know who
know
Doug
Doug
Flutie
Flutie?
is? You had to admit it 4 times.
No,
Okay, now we believe you.
I do not.
No, you really don't know ball.
Your Honor, I do not.
Just saying I know.
Your Honor, I do in fact not know ball.
So, Missouri, I love the quarterback.
I do too.
Cook,
Yeah.
he has to be playing, right?
Love the coach.
I love the coach.
yeah.
I think Cook is a somewhere in the 3rd round pick. I really like him as a
Yeah.
QB. I think he'll be a steal. It's totally a Raider thing. Like, Raiders need a quarterback really bad. They'll wait till 3rd round and get Cook. And I don't think he's that good.
No.
But
After you just said, I love him.
I love
And he's
him.
I do. I like him a lot. I don't like him to be a Raider, not when you have dynamic quarterbacks out there. But Ohio State, what's the freaking line in this?
Pick 'em.
A pick 'em. Wow.
Everybody and their mother has transferred out of Ohio State.
Over under
Yeah.
49.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Actually, he hasn't announced. If
He
he's
hasn't
playing,
announced
huh?
yet.
Have you guys heard what he's being offered? He's
He's
being.
playing?
Oh yeah, his dad came out
playing.
and
Oh.
he's
Marvin
I
Harrison
heard
is-
25 million.
I heard 20 million.
He's also playing in this bowl game.
Yes. So Marvin Harrison has not opted out yet. And if you look at the numbers, Rafa broke it down for me. We were talking one day. He's like, Eddie, he can get paid more than Bijan, all these stud receivers, he can make more next year if he stays at Ohio State. And I think this is going to be a thing for the big schools. Schools like Alabama, Texas, Michigan.
Donor money.
With the big donor money. I think this is going to be a trend. And I think it's good for college football to have superstars stay. I think it's something that basketball, college basketball,
could use a lot.
Use really bad.
Yeah. This is proof of where NIL works. Because the issue with NIL is always like, oh, well, you're paying all this money for like Texas A&M is the perfect example of why NIL didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great example because now you're getting these great players that are like, what?
Superstars.
And who knows, next year, let's just say hypothetically, Justin Herbert tears his ACL. And then the Chargers have a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
I would love to go partner with like Justin Herbert. Again, that's like a hypothetical.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Instead of ending up with like the Bears or Arizona.
Flip that shit because I think that chair that he's putting a weird juju on Justin Herbert over there. But that is anything else? We're not going to go over the big games. That's next week.
Yeah,
those are next.
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah. Nothing on this game though with the pick'em.
Should we go around the room just take a poll?
I want to take Missouri.
I would take Missouri as well.
I'll take Missouri because they have a quarterback. Ohio State's really talented. Henderson is a stud. The Stover, the tight end's a stud. That team is super talented. And
Ohio State has a lot of program issues,
Starts with Ryan Day.
Starts with Ryan Day.
Shout out to defensive coordinator Coach Jim Knowles, Cornell alum. Played at Cornell and was the head coach at Cornell in the early 2000s. So
there you go, man. 6 degrees of Cornell right there.
Yeah.
Everything's around Cornell. There's all kinds of stuff like that.
I'd take Missouri too. Their defense is proven they can roll
Let's
with the best.
do a green chip.
A green chip?
Green chip. Let's do a little parlay. Anyone want to do a college bowl parlay? Who wants to start?
This parlay is gonna have to take like the whole week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course.
I'll go first.
There you go, man.
I got Oregon State +6.
Wow. I'm going to take the over in the Holiday Bowl. USC, Louisville, I think Miller Moss is going to throw for 3 tutties, baby. And he, by the way, he says they don't care who, he already said, I don't care who they bring in. He's riding and dying with freaking, with SC. He's going to be there in the fall. This dude is bleeds Cardinal and gold. Who else wants to go?
I like Louisville -7.5. I think they kicked the crap out of SC.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that coincides with my over, so. Louisville, who can't score, I don't know what's going on here. I guess if your offense is bad, you're going to.
Jay doesn't understand gambling.
I'll take Arizona money line.
There you go, Eddie Money. There's a Rafa pick, smart Rafa pick. Hey, what about you guys over here? Are you guys talking about your next blue chip?
I'm telling you how it works.
Okay.
But we know who I got.
Rutgers.
-1.
Yes.
Put the 8th house on it. It's a guaranteed hammer.
This is
We need a T-shirt. We need the
actually-
Sopranos picture with Jacob as Tony Soprano.
Yes.
And then it says it was always Rutgers.
It was
like, around
always
it.
Rutgers.
And then Big John wants UNLV +13.
There you go.
Rutgers actually flipped. They're now +1.5.
Even bigger money on it.
2 houses on Rutgers.
Find a duplex on this one. Yes, guys, this is also a motivational real estate podcast. God, guys, that is your college football.
We have a 6-leg parlay
Here we go.
+4,000. Oregon State +6. USC and Louisville over 57.5. Louisville -7.5. Arizona money line. Rutgers +1.5. And UNLV +14.
Yes, very contradictory parlay.
Bet the neighborhood.
Yes, bet the neighborhood. Bet it all. Somehow there's going to be an over when Louisville scores 6 points. But that is your +6,000 parlay.
4,000.
4,000.
And then I'll run through our blue chips for college real quick. We have James Madison -1.5, Utah -6.5, Texas A&M -2, Arizona -2.5, and then a group chip of Missouri Pick'em against Ohio State, and those are some of your bowl game blue chips.
Gotta love it.
sir.
Thank you, everybody. Now I want to bring on your just came off the set of Essential Perk.
Your favorite clan member.
Yes, your
I'm
favorite.
gonna put like a 30-second commercial while you guys move.
There you go. Your Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite real estate gambling show. To my right, I have associate producer Luke. I am not your father. Very Unabomber-ish look you got going on.
The glasses just throw together the fit.
Yeah, the fit is ridiculous. So, guys, we want to talk big news this week. It was always Yamamoto.
Real quick before you get sorry.
Yeah.
When CJ was on the screen, Rafa goes, "Who's that black guy?" And then Rick Flores says that black guy was once a Colorado receiver. Colorado believer.
Oh, believer. Yeah, same thing. Although he did fire himself this week. CJ did fire himself this week. Guys, big news in LA. We are a local LA show. Dodgers signed
Yoshibo Yamamoto.
$325 million. And if you add the posting fee that they have to pay to the Japanese team, $50 million, that's $375 million hairs. Thoughts, questions, guys? You guys have your opinions. We would love to hear your opinions on this game. Hawks, you want to step into the seat over there? Come on, man. Go ahead. Cross the camera.
Come on, man.
Hakatomi Plaza. So last night we had the news that Yamamoto was going to be at the SoFi Stadium, and then rumors came out that he wasn't going to be there. He was going to be there. Ohtani was there with his translator. I would love to see him throw a football. I wanted him to. There's no way he throws.
It would either be like
He has
a
to be-
beautiful throw, or it would be like when McGregor threw the ball at the Cowboys game.
You think so, man? I
One
was
or the other.
I was dying. He had to have thrown it, but it just didn't get on camera. I was dying to see him because he's a big vato. He's 6'5", 230, whatever. There's no way. And I mean, obviously, maybe one of the craziest athletic feats of all time that we've seen in this century, being a Cy Young and MVP candidate. There's no way that dude can't throw a football 75 yards. Give him 5 tries. What do you think, Jameson?
I think a little farther, to be honest.
Yeah, we got to see that shit, man.
The way that he could hit the ball,
Right?
He should be able to throw 70.
Yeah, I agree. But thoughts and where do you think this puts? Obviously, I think the odds, Eddie Money, are, from what I heard last, is Dodgers plus 400, and then Atlanta like plus 700 to win the World Series. Do you know that, Eddie Money? That's what I saw last night. I know people were flying to Vegas and everyone was trying to get those bets in before it got crazy.
Dodgers are plus 380 to win the World Series. The Braves right behind it at plus 650.
Yeah, so it's even moved from last night because so many people are putting money on it, which for me is a huge red flag. I said this. When is the last time that a baseball team has gone out and literally tried to buy a championship and it's worked? I know the Yankees have had the highest payroll and it's worked, but recently San Diego Padres. I had them in the World Series last year. They had the top 3 payroll. That shit took a dump. The Mets did it the year before. Signed everybody.
The Rangers, I think the Rangers were top 5.
Yeah.
You had Scherzer.
The Rangers
Seager,
did it. Yep.
DeGrom.
They just won.
Yeah, they just won.
But were they were top 5?
They were somewhere in there. They were one of the highest.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like they went and bought for some reason.
Well, it's because they did it over time. You know,
They did it over time,
They went and got
yeah.
Seager. They went and got DeGrom. They traded for Scherzer, and in the deal, they took the contract to Scherzer. So it was like one of those under the radar.
It didn't feel like a bot championship to me, which I'm that's the point I'm trying to make. Is everyone just, I mean, I think the Dodgers have a bunch of holes. I don't like
We were talking about it before the show.
I don't like the right fielder. I don't think Chris Taylor is an everyday left fielder. If you're on a World Series championship team, I don't think Jason Hayward is a championship.
Hayward's ballsy to keep him as your starter, like as your everyday starter.
Yeah, I mean, he resurrected his career last year by not hitting 198 and hitting like 235.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest Max Muncy fan either anymore.
He's terrible.
He's not terrible, but Rafa would tell you he's garbage.
He's not good.
36 home runs, 107 RBIs. He strikes out, but that's baseball now.
Yeah,
How
but the
can you
deal-
say he's not good
The
with
deal
that
they gave
with those
him,
numbers?
The deal they gave him is dumb.
Who cares about the deal? No one cares. This is not about who makes what. Are the Dodgers
A lot of holes in the bullpen still. There's no number one closer on the team. So let's start with that. The Dodgers, I think, are in similar way before they started winning the World Series. You know, a lot of bullpen issues. You know, like Pedro Baez was like the big name forever, and he sucked.
Yeah.
Kenley was like, Kenley didn't
Washed.
get big until they made it to the World Series, and then he got washed like that same year.
Yeah.
Starting pitching, I think there's no doubt in my mind that they're the best rotation now. In terms of health and like
How can you argue that?
I just don't like the fact that they don't have a left-hander.
There's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, but what about a fully healthy Rangers team or a fully healthy Atlanta? Like, yeah, you can make the argument. I don't think they're better. I would take the Dodgers rotation any day.
There's no excuse.
Isn't the Bueller?
you're saying
Are we
holes
saying
in the
saying
lineup.
Bueller's just going to come back and be the Bueller of 2 years ago?
You don't need him to be. You don't need him to be. The rotational projection I saw today was it was going to be Yamamoto as the ace, which, dude, for some reason I thought he was like 30. He's 25.
Oh yeah,
He's young.
he's young and he's good.
So Yamamoto was supposedly going to be the ace. It's a toss-up between him and Glasnow. One order or the other. It's going to be them one.
I agree.
1 and 2. Bueller 3. And I think you were going to see Bobby Miller 4, and then Sheehan, someone else at 5.
Yeah,
But, yeah, there's issues at the bullpen. The outfield is not good. Outman is in dangerous territory of, that, are we going to keep him around for too long? Are we going to test the experiment for that much longer?
experiment. He was a rookie. The guy had 120 hits. He had 26 home runs.
He went ice cold.
He did. But I think you have to put.
But so did Mookie Betts, so did Freeman. They all go cold postseason.
Outman went cold for like 2 months in the middle of the season. So, thoughts? What do we see? No one's ready just to crown the Dodgers, right? Although
Everyone's crowning.
Everyone's crowning them.
But rightfully so, because if we don't win, what'd you do all this for? Nothing.
You're trying to play it down, and that's not going to work.
Well, here's the
No,
thing. This
you
is what I
can't.
think. I think the Dodgers still need. They're 2 moves away, and
From what?
from being the team that's going to win. It's like running a marathon and having a huge lead and just jogging and losing. I think they without a doubt owe it to Ohtani to be far and above.
They are
have
far and
zero
above.
They're doing
holes.
that.
0 holes in this lineup.
It's easy
can't
to
have
say
0
zero
holes.
holes.
You
You're
can't have
never
0
going to have 0 holes. Those Yankees teams had holes.
Teams that
all
win
over
World
the
Series
place.
have holes all the time.
It's like
They're always a wild card
That's
team.
trying to have 2 starting rotations.
I mean,
It's not gonna happen.
Texas didn't have a bullpen last year. They would push their starters if they could to the 8th inning before
True.
they'd turn to that bullpen. I think this is what the Dodgers are going to look to do. It's going to be in some sort of variation. They're going to leave the fielding how it is right now, I don't think they go get another outfielder unless they shock everyone and they give Bellinger this giant deal that he's supposedly going to get, which I think is a possibility, not a probability, a possibility. The way that they'll do this is they'll either spend a ton of money and go get Josh Hader, give him some ridiculous contract, and just roll with the bullpen the way it is, or they're going to go and they're going to get 3 to 4 like B+, C level bullpen arms, probably move Blake Trinan or Evan Phillips back into that closing role. And I think the Joe Kelly signing was very telling of how they're going to play this. I do see one decently sized contract coming out still, though. Whether it's going to be a closer or
Bellinger
it's going to be an outfielder.
or Hader.
Yeah, someone like
Ohtani
that.
left them enough money to still buy another player.
Yeah, they can still go get another guy. And I think like you can
They have
get
to.
away with like a Bellinger deal more so.
I like it, guys. So that is your update. You have to be just ecstatic if you're a Dodger fan. They've been waiting for 2 years to do this. I think Friedman has proven himself.
There was a lot of questions about him. Was Farhan Zaidi the guy who's now like building the Giants? And
there was a lot of questions, and I said last year they weren't in position. This year the pressure is going to be immense. It is really champions or bust.
Yeah,
even if with Ohtani not pitching this year.
Well, even when Ohtani comes back and pitch, like the noose gets even tighter. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
When he's pitching, then if you have this whole healthy roster, like let's say Buehler continues to just be how he was, Ohtani's that 5th pitcher now, or not? No, everyone moves down. Ohtani's the 4th pitcher, probably. I think, in my opinion, in that rotation, which I think is smarter for him. Yeah, you save the arm a little bit more rather than every day, like a day 1, a day 2 guy. But speaking of Ohtani and on baseball, really quick, the Angels are starting to make little noise. They're preparing to give Blake Snell a pretty lucrative deal, as well as Teoscar Hernandez. That was reported today. They've been in talks with Blake Snell before Yamamoto. They knew they weren't going to get Yamamoto, so they were like, let's focus on who we can. The Angels apparently are going to take the money that they were going to give Ohtani, which the Angels offer was rumored, I think, around like $550, $600. So still the biggest deal in baseball we would ever seen. Break that up in some sort of variation, not to hit that number, but to try and get a number 1 pitcher. I think the Angels will get Blake Snell, in my opinion. I think they'll get him. Go get a big bullpen arm, which I think if I'm them, I just toss all the money at Hader and Snell. They have some solid guys in their bullpen already. They're just super young, unruly, and
then come in last in the
and then come in last and suck. But I think the Angels do have a chance to kind of rectify a little something.
That is your MLB baseball talk. We even threw in some Angels.
Rick Flores says they still need a closer, and they will mix people outfield with young kids.
There you go. Guys, that is episode 62. Any last words? Hakatomi Plaza, any last words?
Great show.
It was always Rutgers.
Always Rutgers money line. Take it.
Jacob, after this week, he's going to own 6 houses. Very lucrative deals.
He's going to have a house every different
he's going to have a small city.
Yes. Eddie Money.
Mayor of Downey.
The king
Coming
of Downey.
soon.
Hawk Street. That's what it's going to called. Rick Flores also said fans are overlooking since we have had not great pictures, but we still have May whenever he comes back.
May's out for the year.
You don't think May's going to come back at all?
No, he's out for the year.
All right.
I think great show. Several out-of-pocket comments. But.
Out of pocket. Great word. Great word for racist and sexist. Our special guest, Jameson. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here all the way from Ithaca. Any last words you have to say to the people in Westlake?
Nah, I just appreciate you for having me.
Oh man, are you kidding me? I'm keeping. I want you to be the GM of the Raiders. If I really had my choice. So yeah, no, you are.
Hey, are you coming out in the draft this year? Because I know a black and yellow team that needs a quarterback.
There you go, man.
Maybe next year.
All right,
There we go.
I can wait.
Big John official.bta. We appreciate you. We love your Chiefs fandom. Any last words, man? Merry Christmas to the family.
Just Merry Christmas to everybody watching and have a safe holiday.
There you go. CJ, Go ahead, man.
Praise Jesus. Amen.
Praise Jesus.
One
Oh,
last question. One last question for everyone. What is your guys' Christmas movie with your family?
ooh, great. Okay, let's talk about
Let's
it.
clip this.
This is definitely a Christmas movie, and it's Friday after next.
Friday after next Christmas movie.
Yes. I 100% agree with that.
Thank you.
But my Christmas movie is actually, I have two. It's Uncle Buck and The First Friday.
Oh, wow. Who knew Fridays was the first Friday?
Yeah, first is just that good. It's that good you got to watch it on Christmas.
So it has nothing to do with Christmas.
Nah, it's just that. The third one's actually Christmas.
That
The
is an
first one is
awkward
just so
choice.
good.
This is crazy. We're up to a bad
But
start, guys.
Uncle Buck for sure.
Uncle
to a
Buck.
bad
Okay, Uncle Buck. That's acceptable. My wife kissed me. That was our first kiss during Uncle Buck.
Dude, we thought the Cowboys video was going to get people going. We're starting off with Friday after next.
Christmas movie, Hakatomi Plaza.
I have two actually. Fred Claus for me. I love Fred Claus. Great movie. And then me and my mom watch Rudolph every year.
Yeah, it's a family tradition, the Rudolph.
The claymation one?
The claymation.
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Nice,
gotcha.
nice,
Gotcha.
nice.
Classic. Can't go
Classic.
animation.
The classic.
Nice.
Anyone else with the
Yeah.
Luke, what's yours?
Home Alone.
Solid.
Shocker.
It's never wrong.
Home Alone. Home Alone.
Never wrong.
Safe pick.
Home
safe
Alone.
pick.
Home Alone.
Safe
So,
pick.
okay. Now let me ask you this: Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Christmas movie or Thanksgiving movie?
Thanksgiving movie, if I recall.
I thought you were referring to a saying. I didn't know that was a movie.
Dude, John Candy,
Oh, yeah, I know
Steve
that.
Martin.
It's a great,
my
it's
God,
a great movie.
I love Steve
I'm going to
Martin.
give two amazing Christmas movies.
I know his.
First of all, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and that is in my top 5. And then if you guys haven't seen it, this movie is a Christmas movie, and it's Family Man with Nick Cage. And that movie,
That's a great movie.
if
That
you
is a
guys
good
haven't
movie.
seen Family Man with Nick Cage, and you're an older gentleman like myself and have children, it is a must watch. It gets me every time. My wife loves me after that movie. My wife. But yeah, great clip. Good Christmas movies, man.
CJ, what's your
CJ?
Christmas movie?
Oh, that's a good one.
Polar
That's
Express.
a good one.
That's like 5th grade, like
That's
last
like my
last
whoa,
day.
whoa.
Hold on.
I went
Don't
on the
disrespect
Polar
it.
Express. There's an experience you
There is,
can
yeah,
go
there
to
is.
and the Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
and they do
I've
the
seen
whole
that.
thing.
I've seen
They
that.
like do the hot chocolate. I was like
They sing the
3,
song?
but yeah, they do everything. It's so cool.
It's on my bucket list now. Jameson?
I literally was gonna say Polar Express too. That was the one that I was
Nice.
thinking about.
It's a good movie.
No
Very
Elf,
valid
huh?
choices.
No one chose Elf, even though it's like number 1 classic of all time.
Yeah,
Clearly not.
Elf is pretty good.
Like
One that I watched that I
Alabama,
can't. The one.
no one wants to choose it.
The one movie that I love that I can't get my family to watch is The Christmas Story, which
We've all seen
I
it.
hate that movie.
it to me that's
That's
what I
like-
grew
I thought
up
you'd
with,
choose that one,
and
huh?
I always yeah I love that movie.
That's the one where the dude sticks his tongue like
On
on
the-
the.
Yes.
I hate that movie.
That's a
See.
good movie. You're crazy.
I
you
don't
guys
like that
don't.
movie.
It's a generation.
Very
thing.
honorable mention. The original Grinch with Jim Carrey.
That's a good movie.
Yes.
Great movie.
Great movie,
I
guys.
love the sound that they have going.
Charlie
around
Brown
on, like,
Christmas?
TikTok
Can throw
for
it in there too? Charlie Brown Christmas?
I'm more of a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
That's good.
That's
a good
the
one.
best
There you go.
one.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
Guys,
Just like him.
episode 62. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry
I know
Christmas.
Merry
we
Christmas.
didn't give away the 1,000 this week, but we promise we will give it away next week. We will clip that piece that CJ, and we hope to give that away. We will give it away next week. Hug your family. We appreciate everyone here. Happy birthday, Zach. Happy birthday, Ralph. Safe travels back home, Rafa and the family. We love you guys. Play the music, Eddie Money.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
We love
Christmas.
you. Thank you for stopping by.